for the left turn at the Lost Mines, and this is Geldap. We're taking last week, they took a visit to Leyland. The group starts their new day heading west, south, west, to avoid Fandalen, and head back to the main, and head back to the main road, but not north of Fandalen where they were previously had come from. After a long travel through fields and woods, they came upon the town of Leyland. The group headed to the first inn they saw, and got food and drink. William finds himself something quite strong and stocks up on it for later, after testing it. Ellywick strikes up a conversation with a lady in robes named Swada. Her robes look suede as well. And her weasel, Oreth. She seems entranced by Fandalen, wondering if Ellywick had seen or experienced all the magic there, leaving Ellywick with some confusion. As they talked further, she mentions a green and gold dragon in the area, seeming very concerned. Ellywick mentions that they've run into a cultist of Tiamat, which made Swada even more on edge. Moroz then strikes up a conversation with a human Verga, who said she was stationed at Cryptgarden Forest. She mentions something about Grancio stealing things from Cryptgarden Forest. She also fills him in on the area. About this time, they're both starting to get tipsy, so Moroz starts hitting on Verga. As over in Zarevik's court, he grabs a bite and a drink and asks the bartender about Green Nest. The bartender mentions that Green Nest has been overrun, also speaking of the green and gold dragons. She, the bartender, gives him a map to Green Nest. Might be useful. Cryptgarden Forest and Amon. Yes. Lark also strikes up a conversation with the bartender about Grancio and his stolen goods. Wonder why she's interested in his stolen goods. The bartender says that the town guard will give 200 gold pieces to anyone that can put Grancio behind bars. As the group splits up for the night, Moroz offers to share a room with Varga, which she accepts, wink wink. Intercourse. Zarevik's, Lark, and Ellywick visit the bathhouse before taking their room. And I think William did as well. I don't know. Lots of people in the bathhouse getting steamy. Steamy all night. Yelled about. It was a very steamy night.
And a rainy night, if I remember.
Yeah, it was thunderous for you. IRL thunder tubes.
Oh, and on that, when we had the water coming through that vent, the inspector came and he said it's just a seal on our heat pipe or vent or something on the roof to get replaced. So that's good.
Oh, nice.
So, okay. You guys are in this tavern.
Yep. And I believe we're after the night, aren't we?
Yeah, we had met for breakfast.
Okay.
Yep. Where are we going again?
Well, we were originally heading through, or down to Green Nest. But while we were here, I mean, we've heard that Green Nest is overrun, we've heard of Grancio, we also heard of the green and gold dragons, which I believe the green and gold dragons were in Green Nest.
You would suspect so.
Yeah.
I would suspect so.
So have we all just eaten and we're trying to figure out what we're doing now?
Yep, I think so. So I'm assuming it's light out. How big is this town overall?
This is about the same size as Fandalen.
Okay.
Oh yeah, there's an adventurers guild or something, right?
Don't remember being one. Is there one? I don't remember anymore.
I thought there was something that I was supposed to go to find out more on
Grancio?
Yeah, his location, and it was closed for the night.
Well, the town guard said, or the bartender said the town guard would offer. It might have been the town guard that you were supposed to go see?
Yeah, I think she's right that there's an adventurers guild.
Oh.
So the choice is we can stop by the Adventurers Guild and try and make some money, or just head straight to the Green Nest.
Well, I mean, we should probably check out the Adventurers Guild at least, see if we can get some more info on Grancio. So if we do run into him, we know what we're up against. Does anyone else need to restock on stuff? I think I'm fairly decent for the time being.
I think I'm good.
I could probably use some good ammo for my sling, but other than that,
I should be good.
Can you use ball bearings in your sling? Because I have like 200 of those.
probably yeah.
That would be a really great use of ball bearings.
Yeah, I don't know what else I'd use them for.
How big are the ball bearings?
I have no idea.
What are the weight of the ball bearings?
Let me see.
We're talking like roller skate size ball bearings. That's not going to do very much.
No, it says a bag of 1,000 ball bearings, and I have down 2 pounds.
Sounds like skate size ball bearings.
Hey, if you throw them really hard,
They might irritate you for a second.
right?
If you put 40 of them in a sling at once, then you're
Exactly.
3 foot from them.
Well, if you want them, you can have them.
Great.
Okay, so I will remove my 1,000 ball bearings off my list.
How much crap do you have?
I started with that.
Oh, you did?
Send the weight of that to Ellywick.
Yeah, it's part of the thieves' backpack.
Oh, that's right. That was your You set those up as a trap, didn't you?
Yeah, we did throw all those down. I had to pick them all back up.
All 1,000.
Yeah, so there might be only 999. I don't know if I picked them all back up.
It was actually just 4.
Right.
You have to roll for it.
Lark got
What
like
did you get?
So your big balls are magnetic. I wonder if they like attracting little balls?
Well, are they magnetic? I think they kind of just pull each other somehow through sorcery or magic or something. I don't know.
Your balls.
Yeah, I haven't played with them enough.
Huh. Not a problem that most guys have.
Not all of us can meet cute ladies at night.
So you're in a tavern. You're giving each other balls. There's a brothel next door. How do you feel?
The guys are watching the girls play with their balls. Are we gonna head to the Adventurers Guild then? Or whatever?
Yep, sounds good.
Alrighty.
Alright, so you make your way to this building. It's a 2-story, almost tower-like building with tall wrought iron on the outside of it, and it looks like it's pretty well protected. There is an old gnome that stands out in front of it. He looks like he's probably a bouncer or some sort of denier of admission. What do you do?
I guess go up to him and ask if I can go in.
Say, Lark, isn't this kind of your thing?
I thought we were all going here, but I can go up to him. What was the guy's name we were looking for?
Grancio.
Yep.
Grancio.
Grancio sounds much more grand. I used it with a C, but I don't know.
There was a C in it.
Okay. So I'm gonna go up and just be like, "Hey, gnome dude, we're looking for info on this Grancio character. Do you know anything?"
Do you say it like that to him?
Yep.
Hey, halfling person, you look a lot like Grancio.
Clearly, I'm a female.
Are you? And he kind of squints. And he's very threatening how he says it. He does not trust.
Okay. Clearly, we just got to this town last night. The bartender told us that we could make some money off of this Grancio dude. But if you don't want our help, that's fine.
So he kind of looks you over and he seems a little bit confused. And he goes, "How do I know you're not wearing a disguise?"
How about the rest of my group? Have you ever heard of them traveling with Grancio before?
Go ahead and roll for persuasion. Perfect. He is not buying this. So he kind of crosses his arms and looking and goes, "I don't know about your group, but this looks like a disguise Grancio might do."
I think you're just being racist to us halflings. You think all of us are thieves?
Can't take that seriously at all. And he looks you over and says, "Perhaps I can talk to someone else in your group."
Fine, I'm just gonna throw my hands up in the air and walk back.
Okay.
So it doesn't seem they like thieves then.
You didn't know I'm a thief.
You look like a thief. You've got coins spilling out of a purse that quite clearly you took from somebody in your icon.
Surrounded by pilfered items.
She's always walking around with the little coin purse with the coins falling out of it. That mischievous little look on her face.
Okay. So who all is standing before the Adventurers Guild?
I am.
Are
I'm
we
off
all
to
here?
the side.
Yeah, I was standing behind letting Lark do her thing. I mean, I'm
Notice-
there, but I'm just not right up in front of his face.
Noticing that he's a gnome, I'm gonna speak up in gnomish and say, "Excuse me, good sir, but ignore our friend. She's a little bit rough around the edges. We're just looking around to see if there's anything we can do to help to get against this Grancio character. We're actually on our way to Greenbush to take care of the cultists down there, but we thought we'd help out around the town first before we headed that way."
So as you start to speak in Gnomish, his demeanor changes quite significantly. He goes, "Ah, yes, well, I don't know about your friend there," and he squints. But if you can find Grancio, if that's not Grancio, then there's 200 gold pieces in for you. But he's a master of disguise, and looks again over in Lark's spot.
Oh, that's definitely not Grancio, I promise you.
And he sniffs the air and goes, "Smells like pilfered goods."
Oh,
That's just
well,
the beaver pelt.
she's just a little sneaky sometimes, but that's definitely not Grancio. But, say he's a complete master of disguise. Do you know what kinds of disguises he's normally in or areas that he hangs around?
Well, he's worn many disguises recently. He's disguised himself as humans and elves and other strange creatures, and he usually spends time near the brothel or in the Mirror of Dead Men.
What's the Mirror of Dead Men?
So this guy looks at you and kind of like looks confused that you wouldn't know about the Mirror of Dead Men. Your character really wouldn't. And he says, "Have you not heard of the Mirror of Dead Men?"
No, I'm from the woods up north. I know nothing.
Oh, well, the Mirror of Dead Men is a swamp that goes straight up to the high road. If it weren't for the wish spell, it would overtake this whole area. There's lots of legends about the Mirror of Dead Men, stories about the Dragolich, but those are all stories. There's undead and others afoot down there, and ruins aplenty. It's a good place for a thief to hide. But you must not be too far, and he comes back to sell his stolen items.
Okay. We'll keep a good eye out for him. Is the mirror on the way to Greenbush? Will we run into that
What?
quite a bit?
Wait, what?
Is the mirror of dead men on the way to Greenbush? Since Green.
Sorry, I can't take it seriously.
This is what happens when I go to a brewery and that's all I can think of.
There's a brewery called Greenbush that's
Green
our
Nest.
favorite. Yeah.
Ah, okay.
That's why I just keep thinking of the brewery.
That's acceptable then.
Just ask Bijou. He should know.
They're noticing a trend.
Yep. It's just she's keeping in character. What can we say?
What were you actually asking? Because I got distracted.
Is the mirror of dead men on the way to Green Nest?
And he nods and says, "It's the only way through the Sword Mountains."
Ah.
Yep.
Okay, so I'll turn to my companions and say, well, he was ever so helpful. Oh. I'm going to turn back to him really fast and say, thank you so much, back in Gnomish. Thank you so much. What's your name, sir?
He kind of chuckles and says, "I'll give it to you if you come back alive."
Promise?
He laughs in a good-natured way and says, "Promise."
Ooh, looks like Ellywick found her own Virga.
Anyway. So I'm going to turn back to my companions and say, well, he was ever so helpful. So Grancio is a master of disguise, and he hangs out normally near brothels or in the Mirror of Dead Men, which is the swamp area that would be heading through towards Green Nest anyway. But since he probably stays near the edge of the mirror just because he comes in to sell goods fairly often. And so we could possibly check the brothels before we head out of town, but I think it's on our way and we'll have to keep an eye out for him. It sounds like he's really tricksy. He can dress up as elves, humans, obviously, possibly halflings. So he's really a master of disguise.
So he comes here all the time, and he's in brothels all the time. And they still haven't caught him. Can't we see the brothel from here? Also.
The brothel was by the tavern.
Okay. So, Zeravex, you mind grabbing your map out to see if we can see any of these spots on your map?
Sure. I'm going to pull out my map and show all the points that the tavern owner had shown me.
The Mirror of Dead Men would be on this map.
And she mentioned, I guess, OC Mountains?
Yep.
Okay. I'm assuming all this stuff is to the south, right?
Yeah, you would assume so. You came from the north.
Okay, so we are currently, right here. So can you ping where the mirror and where the mountains and where Green Nest would be?
Sure. Actually, I will just reveal the general area.
Yeah,
or
because
at
we have a
least
map.
what would be on your map.
Oh, goodness. That looks thing.
He spent way too much time with Eryet.
With what?
Sword!
Password.
Sword Mo!
Stop.
Sword Motons!
It says for moms.
Oh, the Mirror of Dead Men. Interesting. I was thinking Mirror.
Me too.
And I know those mountains are supposed to look. That's supposed to give the appearance of height. But
They look a
boy,
lot like butts.
yeah, they really, really look like anuses. Like a bunch of puckered anuses.
Like I said, you spent way too much time with Eryet.
Virga.
Whatever her name was.
Yeah, you're great with names.
And
Yeah.
that wasn't even one important to me.
That wasn't important to me either.
Oh boy. Okay, so you guys are looking at this map.
I'm glad we saw that because that's not at all where I thought stuff was.
Where's Green Nest on here?
It's not. I would have to show you a different map for
But
that.
the bartender did show or the map does have Green Nest, right? At least the one that the bartender gave?
If we go to that map, you will be immediately overwhelmed and confused.
Dibs!
We can go there.
I mean, is there a way for us to look at it without actually going there? Because, again, the map should show it, right?
Is it south?
It would be south and it would be inland.
Okay.
Okay.
It's where these dots are.
Here, let me prep something for you and then you can see it.
Man, you have
Bear
a lot
with
of
me.
background noise. Actually, it sounds like interference. It sounds like the buzz of interference from other wires or something. What?
Now that I'm just reading through the everybody making fun of me.
Yep. Okay, well, while she's doing that, so obviously the Mirror of Dead Men is directly south. I'm guessing Green Nest is even further south. Might as well check the brothels. They're right freaking here.
Of
You
course you'd want
slut.
to check the brothel.
I don't need the brothel right now. If you know what I mean. My hit points have been restored. Had a long rest. Learned some things.
Did you rest much?
No.
Maybe you got a taste for something.
I know what pilfered goods smell like. Anyway, so I thought I did. Maybe I didn't. I thought
You
for
did.
sure I did.
But you didn't roll for performance.
Yeah. I rolled a 1d4 and then or it's just like, okay, you're fine. Oh, you perform bread in bed. Meh. For being drunk, that's not terrible.
Eh.
Alright, so are we going to go...
Death by snoo snoo. Oh goodness.
So is our goal now to go and try and search for Grancio at the brothels and then from there head south to the Mirror of Dead Men
I mean,
on our way to Green Nest, or are we just going to go there, look for him, come back? What's the plan?
yeah. So it
I
seems
think
like
it's on the way.
yeah, at bare minimum, we should at least check out the brothels and check out the Mirror of Dead Men, because we can always circle back to this town. We know we've gotten in. We know we got a place to restock on stuff. So we can make a quick 20 gold, then that's fine. If he's not there, then we can just go on and do what we need to do in Green Nest.
And we might even be able to catch and find him on the way back after we successfully take out Green Nest.
Yeah, green and gold dragon, because that's gonna be something that we can this level.
We're magical.
Easy peasy.
You just need to talk to him again.
Yeah, that worked great. I need to make it back to Varga. Actually, she's probably moving all over the place. Well, she was, but I mean, traveling all over the place.
You're gross.
Yep. I'm Moroz.
Doop, doop, doop. So are we wandering towards the brothels then? Wonder.
Yeah, I think we should hit the brothels first.
I was gonna talk to the gnome again before we left, but
Oh, you didn't do bad enough the first time? You want to try again?
hey, it's not my fault.
Kind of
He's their
was.
eyes. I'm not gonna play nice to gnomes.
You treated him with
Why
disrespect,
not?
and he's looking for a halfling. It's
Well, apparently he's looking for everything. He said he can hide as an elf and a halfling and anything else in between.
even a green bush from time to time.
Meg.
Ha! Actually, that was more towards William, but also a ha for you. Have to respect for half the person.
We're whole people.
Did Karen die?
Or maybe you should ask the gnome instead. I was just gonna try and figure out where he's been stealing all of his stuff from. Because before, when we were in the tavern, they said he just stole like one item from like a general, like a sword or something from a general that they got back. But apparently, he's stealing a lot of stuff.
Right. Just want to be able to steal other stuff.
Or maybe we can catch him in the act.
No, you just want to steal stuff.
Look, if we're going by it, we can blame it on him. I don't see what the harm is.
Oh, you just revealed your plan to us.
Okay.
While you take off.
Do you have noise cancellation and stuff on there? Where's your microphone boost at?
In your butt.
Okay, I was gonna say, because I know I've got some background noise if my mic boost is too high. But anyway, yep, when we get a Tamora back, I think, or did you want to talk to the dwarf, or the gnome again?
I don't know. He won't talk to me probably anyway.
He doesn't seem very smart anyway. He was trying to talk to Ellywick, and he thought that you were Grancio. If you were Grancio and we were surrounding you, why wouldn't we just turn you in?
Because maybe we were trying to put a ploy on him and get inside.
Honestly, we should have just turned her over, got the money, and left.
Yeah.
You can break out.
That did go through my head.
What?
What?
The only decent being here.
Probably.
Sound fine?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sound good.
A million times better.
Yeah, this is the old mic. Okay, changing you guys over.
Got dark.
You'll have a scroll.
Holy shit.
Oh, yeah,
Oh.
I was hiding stuff.
Damn.
Big map. Zoom in.
Hiding the
Enhance.
Even
That's
at
separate.
Even at
Enhance.
max, it's still tiny.
It is.
Is that
Enhance.
Helm's Hold?
Well, Neverwinter.
You gotta go back.
Neverwinter. I just see winter.
I don't see Fandalen.
This is a map of like most large areas, hence why Green Nest has been added to the map. But it has like very large cities, Neverwinter, and large parks. For example, there's many roads, but it shows the high road and the long road.
Gotcha.
They're terrible
There's no hand
road
to the
names.
part. It's dead.
They could be dead.
That looks like a pretty far trek. Maybe we should actually get some additional supplies before we go to Green Nest.
For
What does it look like for traveling distance? Yeah, that's about where we are.
Where was Fandalen? I forgot. Was it just one day to go from Fandalen to? Whoa, my God! It's like bombs are dropping. And there go the mountains.
Man, how big is this world?
Yes.
It's a world.
It's yeah.
Places
I'd
to
say
go.
pretty large.
And there's a map after this also.
We're fucked.
This is chapter 1.
Yeah, so I expected to get through this tonight, obviously. Got another one for us to get through next time.
Down to the Underdark map.
Yeah.
Okay, so but I'm trying to think. Can you make a small? Oh, it's only 5 feet there. It's roughly 2.5 or 1.5 lanterns. That's 2 lanterns from Neverwinter to.
Okay, so going from the distance from there to Green Nest, going by the map and a rough estimation, how many days would we think it would be?
You would think it'd be at least a 2-day trip.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah, wasn't it like 1 from Fandalen to here?
Yep.
Because Fandalen, if I recall correctly, is roughly around where the S is in the Sword Mountains.
Close.
That doesn't help. Anyway, yeah, so it should be about 2 days.
Okay, then plenty of food. And
Yeah, I've got 14-day rations. 14 one-day rations. We could easily spend a day scouting out the Mirror of Dead Men if we don't find Grancio in the brothel, and then move on to Green Nest, spend some time there. So I know you've got the bigger map here, but clearly we would have seen Leylon on the map that the bartender gave him. Would we see any other towns or anything between here and Green Nest?
No, it
Okay.
would be no towns.
What about like any towns on the long road east of Green Nest or anywhere?
any points of interest?
You would have seen something marked a Wave Echo Cave, and you would have seen Cryptic Garden Forest on there. But you don't see really any marks for a town.
Okay.
Except for Tribor, which you would have seen. But that is north of the Sword Mountains and not on your way down to Green Nest.
Okay, so we know, roughly how long we can spend in Green Nest before we have to head back. How is everyone's rations looking right now? I've got 14 days worth, so
16 here.
I have 12 rations.
17 days rations and about as much alcohol.
gotcha. Lark,
9 rations, 5 fancy rations, 3 bread, 2 salted pork, and 4 dried tuna.
okay, so all in all, we could probably spend a good 10 days around Green Nest, but we'd have to turn back at that point. So if we spend a day at Mirror of Dead Men, carry on to Green Nest, we can have 9 days there, and we might be able to forage for some things, but I wouldn't count on it.
9
So-
days should be plenty of time to look around and everything.
And get killed by dragons. Yeah, I agree. So, you want to check brothels first?
Yes.
That was pretty
Let
quick.
you boys lead.
I'll let the boys lead. I'm a man.
Hold on. William, are you there or are you not? You never said there.
Yeah.
Okay. You guys are checking out the brothel first?
Yes.
Are we going back to the other map?
We can if you want.
Really didn't give us much. Catching dragons.
You'll probably want to zoom out.
No, I love this thunder tree.
Just this thunder tree. Okay, so you guys are going to the brothel. Everybody's going?
Yeah.
If I have to.
So you guys go back near the tavern, and across the street you see the brothel. It looks pretty empty during the daylight hours. Door in front that you could try if you'd like to.
They have a back door?
You have to pay more to.
I mean, might as well just go in there and take a look around. So, head towards the front door?
So you enter this building and see a half elf behind what looks like a counter. There's a little name plaque there that says Eryet. She looks pretty intense. Like she could just stare at you and you could feel your skin fall off type of thing.
Does she look irate? Did you say her name was Eryet? Yeah. She look like irate or irate?
Eryet.
Yep. I guess we didn't really think of what we're going to say.
Yeah, so she's looking at you and almost snarkily and a little bit annoyed. Eryet says, "So, what are you here for? Like, what do you want?"
Okay, I'm going to but I realize she's already irate enough, but I'm going to suggest that we're looking or see if she's heard anything about Grancio.
So how are you saying it, Terry?
Well, hello, and I take a second to look down at her nameplate, and then look back at her. Eryet, we were wondering if you might have heard about Grancio.
So, roll me a persuasion as you're trying to get information out. He looks at you, looks you up and down, and says, "We know of Grancio, but we know most of the men in town."
Would you know if he's in at the moment?
Oh, sweetie, many people are in, and some of them are out. Some of them at the same time.
I guess that's kind of the nature of the business, eh? No, but seriously, is he around?
She laughs with you.
Huh?
She laughs with you as you joke, and as you ask her, no, seriously, it's Grancio in. Her eyes kind of tense up a little bit, and she says, "That's a very silly question for a place like this. But no, he's not in. We haven't seen him for 2 days."
All right. And then I take a look around the place. It's like, well, I'll certainly have to come back later, because looks like, but actually, sorry. Let me think about this for a second. I'm so smooth. Wee.
I don't know how I actually got with this guy. Sorry.
Who are you talking? Is that OOC? Or I'll just look back and say, okay, well, thanks for the tip. So, is everybody available? And I give her a knowing look.
So she kind of leans on the counter and puts her hand and says, "1 gold piece will give you the whole day." Choice.
Wonderful. And I give her a wink and turn back to the group. So, because I'm assuming we didn't all just storm the frickin' thing. I'll just say she said that he hasn't been around for you're anyway. So yeah, she said he hasn't been around for a couple days, so my bet is that he's hiding in the Mirror of Dead Men.
And I guess that would be the best place to go look.
Yep.
Cross to see the mirror.
So I
Not
guess
a mirror, it's a mirror. I'm just gonna throw it out there now.
So
I know, but
for Ellywick, it's a mirror.
I had to have an extra syllable to make it sound right in the song.
It was a valiant effort.
so. Pretty much anyone that we happen to come across in the Mirror of Dead Men would have a chance of being Grancio.
Yes, that's a very good point.
Logic like that, we'll have to interrogate everybody in the brothel.
TSA style?
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to, we can try to be forceful, but generally that doesn't bode well. Places like this.
Maybe we should
Do you
be.
feel like you could trust her?
Yeah, she seems like a good gal.
Not just because she winked at you. That's what she's supposed to do.
I winked at her.
Like-
I made her laugh. I don't know if you know this, but I'm kind of a funny guy.
Ugh.
I mean, you're free to go talk to her if you want to, but I believe her.
So how far away from her are you having this conversation?
Outside.
I thought we were outside the building.
Okay, just
Oh, I
wanted
thought
I
we
never
were in
went
the
in.
front entrance.
Go right in front of her. We literally turned our back on her and started talking about her.
It's just, I was
Yeah.
having RPG.
And I just start talking to the camera as if I'm Zach Morris and Saved by the Bell? No.
Get a freeze time.
Yes. Yeah.
It'll make finding Grancio so much easier.
Okay, I want to go back in.
But you didn't go in the first time.
Well, okay, I didn't go in the first time. I want to go in and
Okay.
talk to her. So I'm gonna go up to the desk and be like, "Look, so I'm with this group of people, right? And I really only wanted to go meet up with Grancio to see how he runs his business, but they're kind of all gonna tag along. So, I mean, do you really not have any information? I have some items I think he'd be interested in."
Oh, sweetie, I think you have more than he'd be interested in. I can offer you a job. It's better paying than whatever that schmuck has for you.
Yeah, I don't think I swing like that. But really, I really just want to go and see if he can sell some of my wares that I have that I might have picked up in locations that weren't really mine.
She kind of raises an eyebrow and says, "Most people with stolen goods don't tell the brothel that they have them."
Well, look, I feel like you kind of know this guy a little bit more, and you wouldn't. And if he frequents here a lot, then clearly you're not turning him into the guard every time he walks by.
She laughs, right, and goes, "There's a lot of things the guard doesn't like about here, but they come back every night."
Okay, I want to pull out my magic carpet
Okay.
and show it to her, and be like, "Look, I found this, and I'm hoping to sell it to him, to Grancio."
So the mistress looks at it, or the madam looks at it and goes, "No, that would be a great attraction over here. Probably get a few gold for that."
It's worth way more than a few gold.
"Oh, sweetie, you get it nightly."
I think you're position there one.
So, do you have any information for me or not? Or am I just wasting my time here?
She kind of just shrugs off, and it's pretty obvious that this isn't going for in either direction, right? So you can always try a persuasion roll and see if you can persuade her. She is not stirred at all by this conversation. In fact, she looks like she's poking fun at you.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna roll my rug back up and say, "Well, it's your loss," and walk out.
As you're leaving, Eryet says, "All right, sweetie, but if you ever need a place, there's plenty of beds here."
You couldn't handle this.
And she just laughs.
Okay, I make it back outside and say, "Okay, she's no help whatsoever."
All
I don't
right.
know.
Well,
Just-
I guess we should head to the Mirror of Dead Men.
Yep.
What is your marching order as you leave the city?
As we leave, so shoot. One thing we should have asked the guard is if he uses magical disguises or regular disguises, because I kind of feel like,
It's probably magical.
right. So William may be better to be closer to the front so that he can use his magic to, or his special eyes to try to detect stuff. Or what we could do, we've sort of been doing what me and either Zarevix or William, and then we've got the two ladies, and then we've got either Zarevix or William in the back.
Since William can shoot from distance, I think it's better if he falls behind us, and he can see pretty far with his eyes.
I like my eye.
Okay, that's fine. Ellywick, could you see if Barzu might patrol the skies for us?
Yeah. Barzu, how you doing today?
Barzu kind of just hops around with his eyes. Pretty good. How about you?
Pretty good. We're getting ready to head out of the city and head towards the Mirror of Dead Men. You think you could patrol the sky, fly up above, and keep an eye out and see if there's anything blocking our way or might cause us trouble on the way, and come back and let us know?
So as you say, the Mirror of Dead Men, if a bird's eyes can get wide, Barzu's do. And he goes,
All three?
Deadman? Why would we go to a place called Deadman?
We're just gonna be passing by it. We have to go by it to get to Green Nest.
Okay, I'll fly around and tell you about sharks.
About what?
He says sharks.
Oh, sharks.
He probably doesn't quite know what a mirror is.
Okay. Thank you. I've got plenty of treats when you get back.
Hey, can I poop on Lark?
What?
He wants to know if you can poop on Lark.
No.
Saddened by this. But it flies off anyways. But, what were the marching orders? I see third in line for Ellywick, but
And I'll be behind Ellywick.
so who's
Says the order.
And I mean, we don't always have to walk single file. I'm kind of envisioning 2-1-2.
So you guys make your way south of town, and air around you really changes. You find yourself in the mirror. The water.
I just need to zoom.
So this area is very swampy. There's water. It's all cold, salt water. Large. The swamp comes straight up to the high road, but stops at a finite line, like a very definite line that looks unnatural.
Wait, the road stops? Or
Sorry, the swamp stops.
William, does that line look yellow to you at all?
Look.
Yes.
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 Okay. Oh, we're not dealing with bread here.
If you guys want to know more, you can roll a history check and see if you remember anything about the mirror.
Sure.
I got 11.
Zervex and I are palindromes. Ooh.
Okay, so Eryet and Moroz, you two remember hearing a story about the mirror dead men and how after the year 615 alarm and the words of waste fell upon the mirror, a wish spell occurred, and that wish is supposedly what keeps the mirror of dead men from overcoming the high road.
Did you say a wish?
Yep, a wish spell.
I wonder if that line is the wish spell. Didn't the doorman at the Adventurers Guild say something about a wish spell? That's probably what the stories are all about.
I remember hearing about that.
Yeah. Did you ever hear about the cats? My grandpa, when he was talking about this swamp, he always told me about the cats.
The cats?
Yeah, the meerkats.
That was a good setup.
Ha ha.
what's a meerkat?
It's Timon.
No, I mean, we're not in an Africa type setting. I don't think we'd know what meerkats are.
I don't think it was.
Yeah, well, I'll laugh like that, look around, and look at the puzzle faces and say, ugh, never mind.
Dragon things.
Yep. So, do we want to actually venture into this thing? Because it's pretty big from what I remember.
Well, I mean, what choice do we have? We have to get through it to get to Green Nest, and
No, we
No.
just need to go on the road.
Yeah,
oh,
we can very easily avoid this whole thing. I guess, how much is 200 gold worth to you?
Depends. What's my portion?
An even portion.
200 divided by 5.
200. 200 is the portion. That's what I got from that math.
100 divided by 5 plus 4 blades and their backs equals.
Yeah, if someone dies in the process, we'll get a bigger share.
I just know Lark is thinking 40 gold is not enough. 80 gold is not enough. I do this for 200.
And just think, if one of us passes away, all that loot right there, good profit.
True.
The average one of us is carrying right now.
I was gonna say, all of you are worth more dead than alive. Especially
This is
Lark,
why
because she's
Lark
been
has
hoarding shit
figured that
forever.
out. Alright, so what are you guys gonna do? So you're looking at this Mirror of Dead Men. You have just entered it. You're very much capable of making the decision of continuing on the high road or stepping off into the swamp.
I
I
think we
vote
should
for
just
staying on the
continue-
road. What was
Yeah,
that?
I think we should just stay on the road and head towards Green Nest. If we see
Yeah.
anyone, then we can, make a move that way. But
I mean,
Can we
go ahead.
see like a path or anything? Like an area that's been disturbed more than the others?
You can see the high road clearly, but the rest of the mirror is kind of foggy. It's early in the morning. You haven't walked that far, but it's unnaturally dark as you look into the mirror.
So the thing is, this if we go by Zervik's map, this thing goes on forever, and it's clearly magical in some way. And I'm sure Grancio knows it much, much, much better than we do, and he hides for a freaking living. I think it'd be a waste of time if we try to go in here trying to find him.
Maybe we can like set a fire, like wait him out and see if he comes to us.
Why would he go towards a place that he could be seen? Aren't you a thief? Don't you know how stealth works?
Well, if he wants to steal from us, he's gonna come to us.
Why do we want to set ourselves up to be stolen from? He's obviously very good at this.
or murdered.
Or murdered.
How
Right.
do we set a swamp on fire?
I meant like a campfire, but I mean I clearly can see trees, so we could set a tree on fire.
What is
How are you a thief?
Apparently, I'm
Why
not a
do
very
you-
good one.
why do you
so
Why do you want to go to these extremes?
it's a side quest. It's popped up.
Hold on here.
There was an exclamation point.
Also, let's not go calling things side quests.
Fine.
This is the
If
main quest, you just don't know it.
I mean, you can think it in your head all you want. Just don't say it.
if you want to stay out of the swamp, we can stay out of the swamp. I just,
Want to drain the swamp?
So
Sorry,
you
new
mean
swamp?
fill it with
Spiders.
more swamp? I don't know. Let's ask our buddy Rex Tillerson if he finds anything. What? Swamp? No. Anyway, yeah, I say we just continue on because I think he's gonna know this terrain much better than we are. Tactically, it doesn't make sense to go after him.
Okay. So you're carrying on along the side road? Or the not side road, the main road. I was thinking side quest now. You guys walk a little bit further down. The fog pretty much envelops the high road. There's a dappling of sunlight. You see a color in front of you. It seems to transition between white and icy.
You're breaking up a bit. We see a what?
A strange figure in front of you that seems to transition between white and icy
I see what?
blue.
Blue. Okay. I like icy blue things. Okay, so I'll keep the hands on the swords there. What do you suppose that is? William, is it magical? Like, how does it behave? Is it shuffling? Does it seem alert? Does it seem to know us?
It hasn't seemed to show any response to you yet. It looks to be looking out into the swamp.
Does it look like a ghost?
It looks less corporeal than you do, but more corporeal than Agatha.
Huh. Shoot, what did they say? Wasn't there some didn't somebody mention something about a ghost or something?
It is a dead swamp. I figure there better be ghosts around here.
True. It's the mirror of dead men.
Ooh,
Does
that
it-
makes sense.
Does it look like menacing or mournful, or what does it look like?
From this distance, you can't quite tell.
And is it in the swamp or is it on the road?
It is on the road, looking out into the swamp.
Okay. Let's say, all right, everybody, be at the ready, and I would continue on normally, unless somebody stops me.
So the Moroz, you're able to pass by this figure. It appears to be a young woman, dressed in very old-fashioned garments.
Well,
You're able to pass by her without any.
I wasn't going to necessarily pass. I was going to get closer to see, if I could see. She looked mournful, whatever, blah, blah, blah.
She just looks like she's gazing out. She does not show any recognition.
Okay, so I'll just sort of turn to the group and say, should we? And kind of point towards the ghost thing.
Let's just get on our way.
I just imagined in my head all of you guys like doing the Mr. Bean walk by it, trying to be celebrity, but totally obvious.
Maybe she needs some help.
Okay.
Well, she probably needed help, but then she died.
Sorry. Yeah, that's probably right.
Eryet and Ellywick, what are you doing while this conversation is going on, and how close to the figure are you?
Didn't we say we were gonna skirt around her pretty far to the? She was on the right, right? So skirt around her to the left, pretty far edge of the road. That's what I was going to do.
Eryet, what are you doing?
I'd probably keep a little bit of a distance from her. Probably not go all the way to the extreme opposite side, but generally towards the other side.
So, Ellywick, the moment you pass this ghost, it makes eye contact with you. You hear in your head, clear as day, only you. It shall be on this day, the day that darkness rises once more. A contract shall make an age of warlords and the end of history. And then she disappears.
Did everybody see her disappear?
Yep, everybody would have just watched her poof to nothingness.
Oh, that was pretty creepy.
Did anybody else hear that?
What?
Said on this day that, or something said in my head that on this day a contract would be made. What was it? Sorry.
It shall be on this day that darkness rises once more. A contract shall mark an age of warlords and the end of history.
That on this day of darkness that today shall mark this age of warlords in the history.
And the end of history.
In the end of history. Anybody have any idea what that could mean?
Just real quick, just for clarification, a contract would be made with the warlords in the end of history. Is that what you said?
We'll try it one more time. It shall be on this day that darkness rises once more. A contract shall mark an age of warlords and of history.
And the end of history?
I also read this.
Seems a little ominous. I appreciate the difference in brush thickness to signify tears.
Thought it was a good touch.
It is. It's nice.
Oh, closing.
Oh, her beginning double quotes are awful low.
Okay.
So Ellywick, did you just say that out loud?
Yeah.
All those things.
I tried to repeat it to the best of my ability.
Well, and knowing Ellywick, she'll be on this day, this morning that black stuff comes against things, that concerts she'll make and
Push.
I would like to be on this evening. Sun rises again. Some sort of loose binding agreement shall mark maybe the start of an age of generosity and the beginning of history as we know it.
just don't touch paper with your hand.
Yeah.
Don't do opposite words. I just
The wrong words. Well, first of all, were any names said? Because if not, then it should be fine.
right.
Oh goodness, that's wonderful.
It
Okay.
makes about as much sense as the original.
Yeah.
So, group, what are you doing?
Also, she looked directly at me and was really creepy.
Right.
Maybe we should just keep moving on.
Well, don't you like contracts, Ellywick?
No.
Let's sign no more contracts.
Yeah, don't touch paper anymore, Ellywick.
So Ellywick shouts to the heavens above, I'd like to make a contract.
We've already doomed us.
Yeah, I say let's get out of here.
So you guys start continuing down the path. It is now so foggy that you will need some sort of assistance. What are you going to do? Awful your eyes.
So what time of day is it?
You expect that this is probably late afternoon, but you haven't been able to see the sun for a while.
Well, I thought there was a pretty clear there was a pretty clear barrier between this swamp and between the road. Are you saying they're becoming more together?
So the barrier still exists between the swamp and the road. It's just that the fog kind of goes over it.
Does this seem like the same fog in the swamp, or is this just like the regular fog of a day?
It could be. I mean, the same density is all kind of around you. It does look significantly thicker off to the side.
Okay. So I guess we get our fog lights out. I'll I'll strike a torch with and hold it with my non-dominant hand.
So you strike your torch, and there's something odd. On the road with you, you see 9 other people.
The fuck?
There are 2 Zervixes, another you, 2 Ellywicks, 2 Larks, and 2 Flopples.
9 other people?
Did I not count that right?
There are 10 people total, but he would see 9 other people.
Basically, there's 2 of each of us.
Do the rest of us see this when he strikes the torch?
Yep, you would all suddenly see there are duplicates of your party members.
Are there 2 cats?
There are 2 Tabithas.
Are they in front of us, beside us? Where are they in relation to us?
They are beside their respective person.
Like right beside?
Not like right beside, but like within 10 feet.
I'd like to turn to the other bee and ask him if he has a drink.
The other you kind of looks at you and says, "You want a drink?" The part you guys cannot tell each other. Like you can tell yourself from the other, but you cannot tell your party members apart from the others.
But we were all walking in the same formation. How do we not know? If they're 10 feet away from us, how do we not know which ones weren't just where they were?
So you could think that if maybe they didn't break formation, you would know, but there would be no physical trait that would break them apart.
Okay. So all dressed the same, carrying the same, everything?
Yep, they look exactly the same. Ellywick, what are you? Type a whisper to me of what you're doing. And Lark as well. Dropped. Can you still hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
For a moment, it said I disconnected. So.
No, we hear you.
So as the party stands on the road, the 2 Larks are eyeing each other up and down. One Lark is really eyeing the bag of the other, and the other Lark is looking at the bags of others in the party. One Ellywick is looking straight ahead as if nothing is happening, and the other Ellywick has a huge panic, just absolute horror.
That's a real
Moroz,
Ellywick.
Eryet, and Falafel, type to me and whisper what you are doing.
Okay, hang on.
So the Zervixes start moving at the same time, both of them moving their hands together. One Moroz grabs the shoulder of Ellywick, the one that looks panicked, and the other one grabs the shoulder of the other Ellywick, shouts, "Don't fall off trees!" They both shout that phrase. So what? Oh, and the Falafels are drinking out of flasks. Zervix continues to move, and as he moves, they both move their right hand.
Is my I have a a talisman or an icon on me, does it look exactly the same on the other one?
Yes. So as this is going on, Falafel, having drank a bit, tries to high five the other Falafel. They both grin at each other.
Well, this is kind of weird.
Would I know of any kind of magic that could cause this?
You would know that there's mirror images and such. One Moroz asks what the intentions are of the other, and it's as if that is spoken in an echo. They're both continuing to hold on to their Ellywick. Their respective Ellywick crewmates.
But we're not dead, so why are there mirrors of us? Or is this the Sixth Sense? Did we take a left turn at the Sixth Sense?
Yes, that's obviously where we're at now.
Oh my god, I'm Bruce Willis. Fucking awesome.
Okay. So what are you type to me and whisper what your next move is?
Man.
Okay. Telling a spooky ghost story.
Boy, I'm kind of dumbfounded at the moment. Ooh.
Oh. So Ellywick, both Ellywicks call out to Barzu. Barzu flies down and settles onto one of the Ellywick's shoulders. Settles without any hesitation. Is not on the shoulder of the Ellywick that is not on the shoulder of the panicked Ellywick.
That's not good.
So as this occurs, and knowing the gig is somewhat up, you see a transformation on that Ellywick.
Transformation? So the Ellywick that Barzu lands on transforms?
No. Sorry, the one that is with the panicked face transforms into this creature.
It's Swamp Thing. Oh, it says doppelganger.
Doesn't it really show the name?
It does.
Yes.
We all knew it was doppelgangers. Come on.
I know.
There should be
but I had so
umlauts over
many
those
different-
O's and A's.
Well, at least it's not a doppelganger.
Okay. And with that, we are in.
But I'm holding on to mine, right?
Which one are you holding on to?
Then I'm holding on to the one that turns into the doppelganger.
I'm right over there.
The Barzu landed on my shoulder.
Ooh, I can control both.
That's horrifying. Please.
Great, you attack one and you hurt yourself. I'm sure that's how the tokens are right now.
Oh my gosh. This is such a better plan before you guys started joining me on this map.
I appreciate the fact that Lark continuously tries to touch things that aren't hers.
My goodness. Please stop.
I'm going to do a test here, guys.
Please stop.
I win.
Oh, you're dead.
Did you erase me?
No?
Oh, you're still there.
And
Hold on. Let me refresh. I'm erased.
And he disappeared off his screen. You shouldn't have killed yourself.
I have that quote.
This can't be a good thing. These guys are like really hard.
They're like level 15s.
Okay. Hold on. We are. You guys have kind of figured it out. So instead of playing.
Wait, what?
Oh, don't pay.
Did you make sure to get rid of the right one? Maybe the other me was the right me.
We'll never know. Also, I'm having a hard time dragging and dropping this, so. Alrighty.
Are there only 5?
There are 5 of us, yeah.
Well, I thought there was a cat too.
Don't add another one of these.
It's a cat.
Well, if that one's gonna attack, my cat gets to attack.
She was actually a real cat.
I would say, if the cat was a doppelganger, the cat did not trigger to become doppelganger.
Okay.
Alrighty. So it is time for initiative.
So I was holding on to the one that I was holding on to one.
Yep, this one.
Right. So when I see that Barzu lands on Ellywick, I would stab that other one. Or honestly, I'm already holding on to it. I'd freaking cut its head off.
Really? Just because the bird landed on someone else's shoulder, you'd automatically cut the other one's head off?
You can. So I'll give you a surprise round on that doppelganger. But you cannot just say you're gonna.
Okay. I mean, like, I'm in a compromising position, but no, yeah, absolutely, I would, because Barzu has a magical eye, and
Yeah, but he's a bird.
Well, I have more faith in Barzu than you do, I guess.
Turns out it was actually Ellywick.
Everybody in.
I don't see how we're not gonna die to these guys. Actually, wait a minute. Is this is how everything looks as they shimmer, or as Barzu lands?
What do you mean?
So when
Did they all change into creepy things?
Barzu lands on Ellywick's shoulder, and so they turn into doppelgangers.
Yep. Knowing that the jig is kind of up, they start transforming into doppelganger, the true doppelganger form.
Okay. And I get a attack initiative, right?
Get advantage.
Huh?
You'll get a round. You'll get a round of surprise.
Okay. Well, in that case, Cone of Gold. Where's my? Why can't I draw stuff?
Oh, why did it all go away? Write down those rules.
Yeah, Cone of Cold. Right there.
I
15
don't
feet.
see you on the initiative. So,
Yeah, Moroz isn't on the turn order yet.
Oh, please add your.
Oh, I didn't click on myself. My fault.
I changed mine to my first roll because I didn't click on myself the first time.
I got the same roll.
Is that okay?
Are
Or should
you,
I use my second roll?
you add it in? Try to add these guys, but
Use your first one.
yeah, use your
Okay. Then I changed the number.
hopefully when I
Okay, so I'm doing Cone of Cold. Straight down on the 3.
let me get this in and then
Do I need to do 3 attacks?
I think he's using his breath attack.
oh okay. Yep.
Alright, so obviously I'm just going to do closest one, second closest, third closest.
Um
Which ones should I do stuff for?
hold on. I am struggling to remember the breath attack rules.
The what?
I completely blanked on the breath attack rules.
Well, there's a save.
Yeah.
But I don't know if I'm hitting first or what.
Hello?
Yep.
We're still here. I was just looking at
Very quiet.
well, I muted so I could talk about it. That's con.
DC.
I'll need that from 8 plus your con mod plus your proficiency.
You what?
So for the breath attack, I'll need 8 plus your constitution modifier plus your proficiency bonus.
You want me to roll what?
Yep. It's not a roll, it's just 8 plus your constitution modifier plus your proficiency.
Because it said the attack was like strength plus my, I don't know. I mean, my constitution modifier is 3. And I don't have a proficiency bonus on this. But I do have 3d6 of damage. Because of the scarf and it being a normal attack. So what do you want me to roll?
Nothing. I just want the 3 plus 8, so that's 11. You have no proficiency. No, you said you didn't? You don't have proficiency? You do have proficiency?
No. I mean, I've done plenty of cold attacks before.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I've had a long week. My brain's not. fight with it. I'm sure Gretchen has had on.
Ah, yes.
Yeah, plus a sick baby today.
Hey, we both made it through.
Yep.
So it doesn't hit.
It what?
It doesn't hit.
None of them do?
Sorry, I saw the first one. The first one doesn't hit. Second one doesn't hit. One does hit.
Okay.
Wow, there goes all your good rolls.
Yeah. I'm not sure how it's plus 13 though.
That's because you crit, but it doesn't. Crits don't work on the.
Oh, breath
Stuff like
attacks.
that.
So yeah, I got a perfect attack. Gotcha.
You said you're doing it in furthest away, right?
Yeah, it starts closest to furthest, so it'd be the one by Lark.
So as this wave of cold, or breath of cold, hits these creatures, the first two are not affected. The one in the back, doesn't as heavily hit as you would think.
He what?
It doesn't seem like it does as much damage.
Okay.
So, Cervix.
Is the other one not going first, or?
This moves towards Falafel. And slams itself against, and misses. Then, now Cervix is your turn.
Okay, so I'm gonna quickly close the distance over. Actually, I'm going to go down and attack the one beside Ellywick. So basically, like shielding her and taking a strike at it.
You not hit.
Would I
Would you?
have advantage or no?
Not have advantage.
Okay.
Anything else on your turn, or
No, that's it.
doppelganger moves off to the side of Moroz. Red one looks cool.
I can't help but to notice how much the North one looks like a White Walker.
No spoilers.
I've seen what you've seen last season.
So this doppelganger moves over near Moroz and slams his body up. Take 5 bludgeoning damage. Body slam again. I say that as I don't believe you're a.
You're really.
Yeah, you're breaking up a whole lot. I say that because I don't believe you're A. What's my AC supposed to be? Yes.
So the doppelganger pauses and then slams himself against.
Against what? You're really breaking up. I don't know if the gates are set too low, if the mic's too far away. Oh, that's nice. 8 more? Jesus. Well, looks like I'm about to visit the land of 1 hit point pretty soon.
Don't worry, there's like 2 more to attack you.
Right?
Maybe we should just run.
Well, then they get attack of opportunity, and since I have to get away from like 3, I'll be dead about twice.
Will they eat you?
They'll body slam me or whatever.
Better? Not
Think so.
better?
Seems like it.
Can't really do anything other than mute for a while.
The internet.
Well, and I almost always hear Falafel just fine, but you come in late and break out early.
So when you were just talking, I heard you break up. So I feel like it's the internet.
Ah, that very well may be.
Because also I'm seeing Zarovix's dot light up, and then I'm hearing stuff after I see that. Like I can recognize lighting up, and I'm not hearing anything.
So pretty much all of what you just said was fine. Right there.
Well, that's great. Yeah, let's keep going then. Yeah.
All right.
The tokens on the turnover are covered.
But if you put your mouse over him, it shows which.
Teal's turn.
Yep. So Teal moves towards Lark
Thank God.
and slams against Lark. Just full body trying to wrap around. It's 16 above your AC.
Yep.
So take 7 damage as you feel this creature just push off onto you. And then as it rebounds, it makes a second attack,
What the hell?
which it's not going to tell me. Hold on, it's definitely internet problems. I am definitely having weird delays. So take 2 more damage as it slams the second time.
Well, I'm about half dead.
Yeah. Doppelgangers are kind of a big thing.
Lawful, it's your turn.
All right. That page. That's the spell. Give me 10 temporary hit points. I'm going to back up a bit. My turn.
Lark, what are you going to do?
I have no idea. I guess I'm going to. So if I move away from him, he's gonna attack me.
Drawing in the road.
If I get cause my those balls, one of them can be used as a shield.
Yep.
But would it protect me against his attack?
Probably not, because it's a full body slam.
Okay.
If you want to use it as a shield, though, just tell me that you're doing it, and then add +2 to your AC.
That'd be an action, right?
Yep.
Okay, well, I guess I'll try that. I'll use one of the balls as a shield.
Is that your turn?
Yeah, well, no, I'm going to disengage with my cunning action and move. How far can I move in one? I move back there.
Across the black line. So the black line is the road.
There is no black line on the right-hand side.
Oh, I see on the left.
To the fog.
Where's the end of the road?
Oh, there is a black
Wait,
line.
hold on. There's definitely 2 black lines I put on this map.
I see a
I only
left one, I
see
don't see a
one.
right one.
It's a really big road.
No, it's not. Look at mine.
Yeah, and it's not here.
Oh my gosh. That's insane.
Oh, there it is.
Hello.
I'm sorry, guys. Our internet must be shit. Because, yeah, I do anything different that came on.
The road magically gets wider as you go.
Okay, I move right to the edge of the road.
Yeah, sorry for that. Mine not popping up.
No worries.
Okay. Rose?
I guess I'll attack Purple Face.
Good hit.
And
So
then
this seems to really stagger the doppelganger, and he falls back about a foot or so as he takes this sword.
does that disengage him?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thinking that I can do the same to the other, I'll take my left hand and plunge the other sword into. What color is that?
Whitish?
I call him Peach.
I'll plug my sword into Sandy. Fail horribly.
And unfortunately, it does no damage.
Okay.
Or
Then
not
I'll be
no
right
damage.
back.
It doesn't hit. Yeah, doppelganger in front of you upon you attempting to hurt it. He's not happy. Oops, that was. But he's also thrown off balance and misses. Ellywick, what do you?
I'm going to back up this way just a little bit and then back to the side, squat, and throw my fireball at this guy.
If you back up, you are going to earn an attack of opportunity. Zervix, you're shielding Ellywick still?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just gonna basically drop behind him enough and to the side that I could get my firebolt off at him. Because I kind of assumed he kind of just like jumped around me and so I'm just kind of trying to move around him in a way that move around Zervex in a way that I'm accessible to this guy, like that I can hit him without harming Zervex. that make sense?
So unless Zervix, you have an ability that would grant a reaction to the intercept or the attack of opportunity, Ellywick, you take an attack of opportunity backwards.
I don't have an ability for that yet.
Okay. So get a melee attack. And take 6 damage then as Doppelganger manages to make contact with you as you move back.
How if it was in front of me and I back away, does it just lean forward past him?
Yep, it would dart beside him. So even though Cervix is in front of you, he doesn't have any ability to protect you. Like he's there to be a body block, but the body block does not affect attacks of opportunity. You're still moving out of his through his area.
Okay.
It's the same way that you and Cervix can be on the same square, right? You technically are sharing the same.
Yeah. Okay.
Let me know if that needs kind of further description or kind of rules as written type of.
Okay, anyway, then I'm gonna squat and send my ball of flame at him and towards his face.
Okay. So you find your flame hitting your target. On a side note, you're starting to break up a little bit.
Okay. Do I need to press that?
Yep. Yeah.
Do any damage or anything?
Yep. It hits and it does kind of expected amount of damage. What you don't expect, however, is for the doppelganger to scream out at that point, as the flame hits him.
Like scream out in pain or like scream out in a call? Can I tell that?
You can't really tell. I mean, the doppelgangers are kind of hard to read.
Okay.
In his action, just turn away from Zervix. Zervix, you get an attack of opportunity as he leaves your good hit. You find that your sword strikes true as the doppelganger leaves that area. However, he's still pretty healthy. The doppelganger, it passes in its run, also makes a line for it. Starts to head back into the swamp and steps off the road.
So, just real quick, I know you've got some numbers on some of these guys. Like there's one by me that has a 9, there's one by, or the one that Zervix hit that has a 5. I think I hit the top guy at some point. Should he have a number?
I'm not actually putting numbers on people. That's somebody else.
Ah.
Because I thought it appeared one of the little scully things at the top right.
Are you putting the skull and crossbones on him?
Yeah, it went on and then just went off.
Well, I just turned them off, but no, I didn't put those on them.
Oh,
I kind of figured you guys did it, to be honest.
we can't do that. Or at least I can't.
Maybe it's part of the lag, and I thought I'd put something there. Zervix, it's your turn.
Okay, I'm going to use my bonus action and do my channel divinity. Oh, hold on. And I'm going to run over and attack the one beside Moroz.
Which one?
This one. Now, would I have advantage on that because he's kind of pincered, or what?
Yes, he will be.
Okay, so that would be 18 there. So that plus, due to the advantage, it would be the 23 poison damage as well. See, now he's got a crossbone on him again.
Well, I literally just put that on there because you really did just poison him. 1 minute.
Okay.
Which would be 10 rounds. So I actually did that on purpose. You said 23 for poison?
Yeah.
Alright. Are you doing anything else on your turn?
No, I'm out of stuff.
Moroz, make an attack of opportunity as the pink one tries to run away.
Alrighty.
You're unable to get purchase on it as it makes it off of the high road and into the swamp area. You lose sight of it, but you're sure if you followed it that way, you could probably find it.
I don't wanna.
Doppelganger by Eryet comes down behind Eryet and then slams into it. Take 8 bludgeoning damage as you find it slam against your body. Breaking up?
Yeah, I couldn't hear what you were saying. Okay.
As the doppelganger behind you lunges at you, it misses its second slam, and you take no damage.
Okay.
Lawful, it's your turn.
Right. Game.
You've got to kill one.
14 hit its AC. Damage.
Which one are you shooting at?
Peachy.
Poison one? Good job.
Tickle.
Lark, what are you going to do?
I'm going to cast Firebolt on the blue guy.
Hits. When you attack him, he kind of turns around to face you.
Okay.
Now he's facing your direction. Anything else on your turn?
But he took 6 damage. Did you say so? I can't hear you.
Yes.
Okay, can I hide?
Hi.
I'm gonna hide.
In shadows, hide behind rocks.
It's like misty out, right? Or foggy. I feel like I could hide pretty easily in the fog.
Alright, I'll say you're hiding. Moroz, what are you doing?
Alright, so I'm gonna try to clear the one that looks like Zerevix hit pretty hard.
Good hit. So this doppelganger in front of you dies. What does it look like as it dies?
Well, it kind of makes a hoarse scream as if it's just a shell of its former self and crumples to the ground. And then I turn behind Zerevix and take a calculated stab at that guy. Bam! So I guess I would saunter over here.
Yeah, say you're not. You'd have to move to me.
Yeah. I can't turn him. Oh, there we go. And
What
stab.
is it? Delay. The doppelganger still stands before you, but he looks injured.
Did he turn back around?
Yep, he turned back around to face Moroz. Ellywick, what are you doing?
I'm going to do a firebolt on him as well. Towards his head.
Good hit. He lets out a guttural sound, and in common he says, "No, not yet." A very cliche move of all doppelgangers.
What did he? He said no, not yet. In a what?
In a very cliche way.
What does that even mean?
It's kind of like it's very melodramatic, like TV type of thing. Like
I don't think it's important.
Okay.
Is that the end of your turn?
Yeah, I'm staying squatted and kind of trying to stay out of the way.
Trying to poop.
This doppelganger, the red, heads into the swamp, and you see it disappear as soon as it leaves the road. Again, you feel as if you would be able to follow it if you continued off into the swamp. There, Vix, it's your turn.
You're so tempting.
Yeah, I know. Lark, they're naked. You can't steal from them.
Alright, I'm gonna take a swipe at this one.
That hits. It's kind of staggering around. It's pretty much, you can tell it's on its last legs. It won't take much to kill it now.
Okay. I'm done my turn.
So it's not doing well, but it can still attack, and it reaches kind of out for Zerevix. And does an 18 hit your armor?
Yep.
Take 5 bludgeoning damage as it slams, rebounds, and does a 15 hit?
No.
Okay. So you only take the 5 damage. It rebounds and it misses. Awful.
Right. Boom!
Hits.
Yay, let's see if I can do more than 3 damage.
1 damage.
I helped!
It still remains standing. You feel like anything more would probably kill it, but you thought that the first time too.
Always coming just short.
All right, Lark, what are you doing?
Firebolt. Oh.
You feel like a little bit more will probably kill it.
Just queef on him, guys. Jesus. So, is my turn? Or no, well, Lark, does she have a bonus?
She uses it.
I don't know if I can do anything else for damage this turn. So, yeah, it's your turn. Just finish him.
Alright, so I go, ah, come on! We should have advantage, right?
Yeah, you should.
You're at advantage, so you hit.
Alright. So I just kind of roll my eyes, go, ah, come on, and slashes his neck.
Yep. So what does it look like as it dies?
So as I said, I slash his neck. It goes straight through the neck bone. Head topples over, knocks on his shoulder, and falls down to the ground.
All right. So there are 3 doppelgangers that have run off into the mirror. Are you guys going to chase after them? What are you guys going to do now that combat has subsided? Or is combat subsided?
Well, so is the right or the left the mirror?
Yes.
Both sides? How? I thought it was only on one side of the road, though. So anyway, I guess 2 ran to the right and 1 ran to the left, right?
Yep.
Well, I think we should at least take down the one to the left. It was injured, it ran off, and if we focus all of our efforts there, we should at least be able to eliminate 1 enemy.
Why would you want to chase something into the swamp?
So that it
Because
doesn't
he's
ambush
armed
us
there.
later?
There could be a whole pack of them in there.
Yeah, I suppose
Sounds
so.
really dangerous to chase them, especially
Yeah.
through the swamp.
I think we should just get away as quick as possible.
Yep, I agree.
I was wondering what to call a group of doppelgangers.
But all that XP.
I think we should just continue on towards Green Nest. We'll definitely have to be on guard, though.
So 300 experience to everybody.
Well, hang on. If we all stick together and we just go in a little bit just to see if we can see where it goes, I wouldn't say like jump through the swamp or anything like that or start trouncing around in there, but if we can at least see where it was and it's close, then we should be able to take it out.
I don't want to lose the road. We're not playing just the tip.
We're gonna play the tip. Anyway, okay.
Don't you remember how easy it was to try and be tempted into the swamp waters up north?
Yeah, there's some hot chicks up there.
I seem to recall someone almost drowning in like the water up there.
Wasn't that Lark?
I don't think it was me.
You went.
So we can't see anything through the mist at all.
Well, you can see kind of the vague outlines of trees. The day has moved on, The day has gone on a bit. You're on the high road, so you can see a doppling of sunlight, but it's dark once you look out into the swamp.
Okay, well, because I was just wondering, because you're like, oh yeah, you could probably find it easily, which means I would think that we could see where it's running.
Yeah, when you saw it run off, you have a general idea of where it's at. You feel like you would probably have a good chance of finding it out there.
I mean, William, you can always fire off an Eldritch Blast.
Good if I could see what I was shooting at.
Right, but the thing is your aim is so horrible that perhaps by shooting out into the mist towards where it is, you might actually hit it. And I'd owe you a drink if you had knocked it out.
No, that is tempting.
I think we just need to get out of this area before nightfall.
This could be your time to shine, William.
I take a shot into the swamp, just blindly in that general direction.
Alright, roll me percentile die.
100.
Oh, I literally had percentile die in my hand.
Oh, I can.
Literally pulled them out.
Same thing as a D100.
I actually had them in my hand.
Doesn't matter. Either one's gonna miss.
Yep. So you shoot off into it, and you see it hit a tree, but you're pretty sure it missed.
Oh well.
I tried.
Yep.
So you guys have decided to continue forward.
Said 300 per?
Yep.
Yay, that's level up range.
Just gonna actually make it to a long rest now.
That's exciting.
What's level up? 27?
Yep.
Sweet.
You all should be level 4 now.
Well-
Just die for the Dragon Lich.
No. Man, but 300 for 2 of them? Coulda leveled up there a bit.
Didn't you almost die in like one hit?
No. I'm only at half health right now.
Are we walking? Down the road? Is that what we're doing?
I thought so.
So you all start walking, and off to the side, so the part of the swamp that you're in, the road is on either side. As you continue forward, it mostly borders your right-hand side, with nothing on the left. In fact, the fog is not even existing. What you see off to your right-hand side, though, is a glimmer out into the mirror. Lawful, special eyes, you are able to see are glowing even brighter, magically so.
Guys, there's something shiny up there.
Yes.
Can you hear me now?
So far.
Yes.
Going down the yellow brick road.
So I assume you did not hear me about the right-hand side is now the only side the swamp's on?
Yeah, I heard
No,
that.
didn't hear all of that.
So the right-hand side is the only side the swamp is on. You see a glimmer off into that right-hand side, and to Falafel this looks, but everybody else would not know it.
Shiny, shiny, there's something shiny. I'd be able to tell it all what it is.
Oh, out there shining.
How shiny? How big is it?
It is about the size of your fist. Can't really tell the distance.
That's a penis.
It's hiding it.
What general shape is it?
Circular.
That's a penis.
Circular magic shape out in the swamp.
Yep.
Guys, there's a circular magic-y thing out in the middle of the fog.
Sounds a little will-o'-the-wispy there, buddy.
Yeah, that was my thought.
So as you're having this conversation, it comes closer to you. You can tell that it is a woman.
Woman, you say?
Yes.
Like a full-size woman, or like a
What?
little ball woman?
Can you repeat that?
Like a full-size woman in there, because you made it sound like it was just a little ball in the air, and now is it full size, or is it just like a little fairy-looking woman?
It's actually a short woman. Looks a lot like a gnome.
Right away!
I don't know about that.
Is it what's her name? Can't remember her name. The one that gave us the twigs.
Nope. It is not great.
Also, I wouldn't recommend just, attacking Greet. It's a bad thing.
She gets real. Okay, so as you guys are standing there, you guys aren't really responding. I need who is closest to the right-hand side of the road.
Got it.
I can go back and look at our combat map if you're going to say that you guys didn't move.
I am closest to the west side of the road, whatever that would be.
That would be the right-hand side of the road. I need you to make me a dex check. Okay, Moroz, you suddenly feel lighter.
I feel what?
Lighter.
Lighter.
Something you can't quite place it is missing.
Oh shit, it's something stealing from me. I feel like I've been liberated from something. This might be Grancio.
Are you saying this out loud?
Yeah.
Okay. So as you're saying this, who is?
And I'm gonna. So when I feel that, I reel back away from it. Obviously.
Yep. This person has moved on to the next person in line. So who else would be close to the west side of the road?
It would be on the left-hand side. It was actually William was in the bottom left, and then Moroz and me towards the middle, Ellywick above us, and Lark on the right-hand side, or I guess on the left-hand side.
Back to the map. Who is close to? Lawful. Make me a dex check.
A quick question. How long has it been since you started the doppelganger fight?
It's probably been like 15.
Alright. Just want, because my armor is still technically up.
Yep.
Dex save, you said?
Yep. You're able to feel this hand try to dig into your pockets, but it pulls out and you feel none the lighter. You've heard Moroz's warning. What are you going to do, and what is everybody else going to do to react to all this?
So, made physical contact with me for a pet, and yeah, right?
I do, yes.
That trigger my armor then?
For some reason, it doesn't trigger.
Okay. Take a swing at it.
Really?
Try to pickpocket me.
All right, looks like we're getting a bard.
Please hold on while we. Technical difficulty.
When I'm reeling away and it's moving on, I'd like to pat myself down and check my stuff and see if anything has been taken.
You recognize that your whetstone is missing.
What? It's got my whetstone.
Can't hear you.
You recognize that your whetstone is missing.
No, she was talking to me.
Yeah.
It's got my whetstone.
So let's enter combat as Falafel tries to attack her.
Surprise.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Wait, would we all enter or just him?
If you can, but you have to declare it now. Otherwise, you're not going to get the surprise round. Probably wouldn't get the surprise.
Probably not.
I feel like my character would. I don't really want to, but I feel like he would.
Yeah, I think it's pretty simple. Someone just tried to rob you.
Yeah. And tried to rob my party, and those who fight beside me are worth dying for. That's one of my bonds.
We're already all kind of on edge due to the doppelgangers anyways, so
Yep.
probably going to be ready to attack.
So, Falafel, get your surprise on her. So, what are you doing?
I'm attacking with my longsword.
Alright, go ahead.
21 hit.
Yep. 5.
5. Oh, I rolled poorly. I've been rolling poorly on damage today.
So we'll start at the top of the order then. Zervix. In this go down, but
Wait,
oh,
I don't see a turn order or anything.
alright.
What order?
Hold on. These are your old rolls, I think.
That's what I'm swinging at.
It's perfect, isn't it? I see nothing wrong.
I hit it and it explodes into Keebler cookies.
Okay, roll. I thought you guys had already rolled. I thought that was your new initiatives.
It's just Jeff Sessions.
I could not find something more appropriate for the words golden haired and gnome.
So roll a new initiative then?
Yes.
It looks like Greet. I don't like this.
It does not look like green.
Greek was a halfling, not a gnome.
God damn.
Look
That's
at all the green.
Wow.
what?
What's
With
that? Look at
twos.
what I rolled.
With +2 on that. That's amazing.
And I thought my 10 was terrible.
Oh wow. Moroz really good.
Come on.
Oh,
Come
make it
on.
roll again? Right. Ah, close.
Alright,
Combo
so
breaker.
last. Zervix is still first. Okay, Zervix.
Wouldn't Lark be first? Or
Advantages. Lark, what are you doing?
I'm just gonna pull my mage hand out and hide. And that's it. And are my balls still acting as armor? 'Cause I never turned them off.
Yep, if you still have them on, then they're on.
Okay.
Zervix.
okay, so has this thing materialized now? Like you can see it?
Yeah.
Is it possible to tackle someone?
Yeah, you can grapple.
And that's what I'm going to do.
Okay. As a side note, grappling means that you can attack and they can attack, but they're there and your movement speed is reduced to 0.
Oh, so you can still fight. Okay, well, I'm going to grapple. What do I roll for that?
You don't roll. Do you roll? It's right.
Would it be like athletics or?
Strength on one. I believe it's strength on.
The grappling and next to the receiver.
Yeah, that sounds right.
All right. Okay. Yeah. So go ahead and roll a strength roll. Ooh. Good.
Did I get him?
Looks like this is a 22 stat dex stat gnome.
Those are. Oh,
You got her.
Supposed to see that roll?
Oh, you did, didn't you?
Yes.
yes.
Oh, that's
Yes,
critical failure.
Oh.
I like seeing the rolls.
That's not supposed to be. Okay. Waffles. Are you doing anything else in your turn? I don't think
Am
you're
I able to
cheating.
like?
My turn again now?
Yep.
So I can attack again.
Yep.
Okay. Let's do slice 14 hit. Actually, would
Well,
I
you
have
have it-
advantage?
Would have advantage. That would hit.
Okay. I
Are we killing this guy?
Apparently,
Isn't it a girl?
it is a girl.
thought it was a Keebler elf.
It's been a girl the whole time.
It
Elves-
has-
Elves can be girls too.
Elves?
Elves.
Thought she was a gnome.
Whatever.
Yeah, I thought she was a gnome.
Or gnome.
She's a kitten.
Falafel, your turn is done. Um.
So she's pinned down, right?
Her movement is moved to 0, but she can still attack. I just critted. Yay!
Oh gosh.
I critted cervix. Is it seemed appropriate that she would attack the person holding on to her?
Okay.
I needed this, so I roll this. So you guys see. Seven damage as you feel a sharp prick in your ribs. That's it. Grapple.
Okay, so she's grappled, right?
Yep.
Alright, so I'm gonna walk over. I'm assuming Zeravex is on top of her. Right?
I wouldn't go that far, man.
Hey, you're the one that chose to rough and tumble. But yeah, so if Zeravex has her pinned down, I'm going to go to wherever her head is and take out my sword. So obviously she's corporal because we've been able to hit her. I'm going to cross my swords, put them like over her throat and dig them in to the ground, pinning her throat between my swords. And so essentially, out of character, I'm hoping to kind of like contain her with threat of cutting her jugulars open on my swords. I don't know if I can do that.
The three big people standing around the little dome is hating it off.
But I want to contain her and then ask her who she is.
Alright, what were you saying?
So I've got her head She's here and down. And then I've got my swords, and I'm crossing one. Nah, that's not the. That's not what I want to do.
Looks like he's just leaving.
All right, right. So then I'm crossing once. Oh God, that's not the
Look what
right
you
thing.
did.
Hang on.
He's made an X around her throat into the ground so she can't move.
Yep. God, that's we're doing bad things there too. Give me a second. Okay. So I've got one sword. Oh God. And I've got the other sword crossed like that, and I'm digging the points into the ground so that she is. I don't think she'd be smiling. But anyway, I'm trying to like pin her down to the ground with my sword, so that if she tries to get away, obviously she's gonna cut herself. And say, "Who are you?"
In combat, her response is, "Who are you?"
Why are you trying to steal from us?
Alright, that's too much for
It is.
because rounds are so fast. So remember, there's 10 rounds to a minute.
Okay.
So on your next turn, you can continue into.
I mean, she's. So, and my swords are sunk into the ground around her.
Are you saying that there's no longer going to be combat?
I mean, she can try, but she's gonna cut herself if she tries to move.
You assume.
Okay. If she can detach her head without dying, then she'll be fine. But
So here's my question: my concern? You didn't really succeed on a roll to pin her. Like, she's being grappled, but think of it as like she's struggling against Zervix. So she's not. So she's like actively moving. So there would need to be a roll here to make this happen.
okay, that's fine.
So if you want to roll for me,
What would you like me to roll? I mean,
you can make kind of you can make a strength check,
okay. I would.
acrobatics check.
Yeah,
if you
I'm
want
gonna say
to.
acrobatics because what I'm gonna look for is I'm going to look for an opening and then another opening. You know, so an opening to see where I can shove one in, and an opening to see where I can shove the other. So I'll do acrobatics.
All right, so it'll be your thing against her thing.
Yep. Well, my two things against her thing. Two swords.
Got tied then. Okay, so you're unable to succeed that then.
What?
I just told you the roll 20 plus 4.
20 plus 4. You said acrobatics.
Yeah, no, it's a contest, right?
Yeah.
So her roll was
Higher than a 24?
right. So the reason I asked if you had advantage or was double checking is because if you had advantage, you guys would have tied, and then we would have had a break.
Okay.
You rolled 18, she rolled 24.
I would have thought I'd have an advantage if Zervix is.
You don't. I can. show you the
Waffle had
rules if
advantage
you'd
on
like.
attacking her. That's fine. So I missed. But you gave an advantage to Falafel for attacking her, though.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
That's way easier than typing out. So he's flanking.
Okay. Well, I guess I'll just struggle out. Who are you? As I don't get her while she's
Right.
pinned.
So she says the same thing back. Who are you? And it kind of moves on to Ellywick's turn.
She's very obviously a gnome, then?
Yep.
Okay. Then I'm going to kind of move up a little bit closer and say in gnomish, stop struggling and no harm will come to you.
And you hear back, Grancio doesn't die in vain. In Gnomish. The rest of the party would recognize the word Grancio. It would not be pronounced differently.
Can I keep talking or?
Now that would be about as much as you could get out in this round of combat.
Okay.
Grancio.
Were you planning on doing anything else?
No, because I don't want to harm a fellow gnome, even if it is Grancio.
Lark, it is your turn.
Grancio is a halfling.
Grancio is a master of disguise.
Also a halfling.
Not necessarily.
Yeah, I don't know if we know it's a halfling.
That's the reports from everybody. Those are the reports from everybody.
Why is he wearing a gnome hat?
Because he's in a disguise! Come on!
I like how the one question is, not how does this person change their body, but why does it have the wrong hat on?
Are you a fucking thief? Good God! Wait. Why don't they look like their wanted poster?
My no one's called her so.
Lark, were you gonna do something?
Yeah, I'm thinking.
Kill it.
So, is she wearing anything?
Hello?
I mean, like, holding on. I meant like a backpack or anything like that.
Nope.
Steal from it after it's dead.
We're not trying to kill it.
Yes, it's Grancio.
So? We just had to turn her in. We didn't have to kill her.
Rose thinks otherwise.
So it doesn't look like it doesn't look like she's carrying anything of worth from the outside.
Yeah, you don't see anything that you can tell.
Okay, can I just like use my mage hand to like drop a quilt on her to like try and hold her down?
No, you would not be able to. Wait, did you say you want the mage hand to hold her down, or you want to drop something on top of her?
I want to drop something on top of her.
Yeah, you can do that as long as it's less than 10 pounds.
Yeah, I just want to drop the like quilt over her.
So essentially, Zervex is on top of her, grappling around, and you're dropping a quilt on him.
Yep.
Are you wanting to see something here, or you trying to create a brothel on the road?
That lady really inspired her about new job opportunities.
I think so.
Okay, the quilt's going down.
Oh gosh.
Okay. Roll me a dex to see if you pure dex, or it could be just pure dex to see if you're able to get it onto her because they're flailing around. I'll also do a Delta dex count.
Maybe it's the mage hand doing it, not me.
So at disadvantage? So you're unable to get the quilt directly onto her. In fact, you get it kind of tangled up between Cervix and Grancio.
But it's like impeding her.
And Cervix.
Well, I don't care about him.
I don't care about the guy helping you out.
Okay, I'm gonna move a little bit closer too. And I'm done.
Cervix, what are you doing?
Don't tear up my quilt.
Starting words.
My first action, I'm going to stab the quilt.
Saw this in the once.
Would I be able to like headbutt and knock out Grancio?
You could try. And you've declared it as non-damage. Or
Yeah, it'd just be me trying to knock her out. What would I roll for that?
it would just be standard bludgeoning. So. 6.
Sorry, what?
1 second. I can't remember if it's 1d6. Oh, d4 is for throwing. It's a roll 1d4. While you make contact with her, you're unable to knock her out with it. In fact, your head kind of hurts a little bit. And you're tangled up in a quilt.
Okay, I guess that's it.
Alrighty, Waffle, what are you?
Bunch just kind of there, stuck.
Well, she's still struggling against everybody. Everyone's kind of swarmed around her.
I cast Blade Ward on myself. Then with going up. I say, Grancio, surrender.
Grancio says, no.
Die.
In Grancio's turn, still struggling, he moves to kind of break the grapples. So I'll need you, Eryet, to do a strength check, and then I'll have her roll a dex check.
Nibbler.
Just strength or
It would be your strength. She remains grappled. And that is, ooh, what did I just close? That is the end of her turn. Moroz, what do you do?
Well, I guess I'll try the age-old.
You're echoey.
Huh?
You're echoey.
Okay. I'll try the age-old subdue with the blade or the flat of the sword.
Okay.
Should I hit my regular longsword?
Yep. And you just say that you're non-fatal blow. Okay. Roll for damage. It's still up after that, so.
That didn't knock it out?
Nope.
All right.
That hits. And she still remains standing and struggling. You get the feeling that if you were to do that again, she probably would be knocked out.
Slap him! Slap him with the blade of your sword. Or not the blade, sorry, the flat of your sword.
Him or her?
It's a him, it's Grancio!
We know Grancio for sure is a male.
Somebody want to take their turn to check the genitals?
Zervix said that was doing that.
Ellywick, what are you doing? Heard
I'm
Moroz call out to you to say,
what?
you heard Moroz call out to you. What are you doing now?
I still don't want to harm her, so I'm gonna continue saying in Gnomish, we don't want to kill you. We just don't want you to steal from us.
She kind of spits in your direction.
Okay.
No words, just spitting. It could be because somebody just headbutted her.
Yeah, that's fine.
Alright, Lark, it's your turn.
I have to go take care of my baby really fast.
I'm going to cast Charm Person.
You find that you're unable to charm.
Okay, then I'm done.
Pyramids.
I guess I'm just gonna try and headbutt and knock her out again. Is it again 1d4?
So I think I was doing it wrong. I kind of had some time to look a little more into it when we were. I think it's 1 plus your strength modifier, and 1d4 is just for throwing non-weapons.
Oh, so that'd be a straight 5. Because my modifier is 4.
Okay. She looks wobbly. You get the feeling that if you were to do that again, she'd probably go down. Waffle, what are you gonna do?
I'm going to slice her in two.
Still being grappled. Just letting you know.
I am going to.
So if we
Oh, that'll be fun.
divide Grancio in 2, does that multiply our earnings?
Just keep bringing parts in and say, like, this is part of Grancio. I'd like my $200.
Yep.
I am going to roll 78 as the second level.
Oh, fair enough.
I'm going to put 31 hit points to sleep, starting with the lowest hit point and working its way out from there.
Oh, hold on.
I currently have
Half the
15.
party.
Sleep.
I currently have 15 HP.
Moroz, you go to sleep.
Damn it. I'm the person that can actually bind him.
And everybody else is fine.
Oh, that was fewer people put to sleep than I expected.
Is that it for your turn?
Well, start tiring her up as part of my combat, or do I have to do that out of combat?
Out of combat.
All right.
She's now asleep. Her turn is Rose is asleep. Ellywick, what are you going to do?
Taking care of the baby.
Oh yeah. We'll skip her.
I don't want to hurt you. Ah! Okay, there we go.
So Lark?
Can we tie her up?
It would take 1 full action to do that. Combat.
Okay, then I would like to do that.
Can you describe how you ever tied up?
I'm going to wrap it. I'm going to tie one part of the rope to her arm, wrap it around her, and then tie it to her other arm, And then maybe wrap it around Moroz also. So she can't go anywhere.
Damn it! No. Ah.
Are you doing any special knots or anything like that?
Sure. So what type of special knots? Do I know special knots from being a thief?
Well, as a thief, you would probably know a few knots, different knot types. So are you using one that's particularly difficult to get out of? Are you using like a fisherman knot, a sliding knot?
Why are you looking up rope bondage?
I guess whatever is the hardest to get out of for the knot type.
All right. Okay. So you now have combat is over. You now have an unconscious gnome, an unconscious Moroz, and yeah.
I tie up an extra set of knots around the prisoner.
Yes, you can.
Okay.
Are you using a separate piece of rope?
Yes. I will use 5-foot long rope to do.
Boy. Take 150 experience each for that fight.
650.
Yep.
Wake me up.
Yeah. Somebody just needs to wait.
Poke.
All right. Can I be awake?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I say, why did you tie him to me?
Or she.
It's a him.
I felt like you would hold she down
Well,
the best.
untie me.
For now, I think you can stay. She's just like tied to your arm.
Yeah,
so.
I can secure him better. Especially while he's still out. So untie me before he wakes up.
Fine.
All right.
When you added extra knots, did you add extra knots to the tying onto?
Nope, just on Grancio. Okay. All over, mobilizing all the limbs. Covered in ropes.
Okay.
I take my quilt back also.
Oh, man. Alrighty. So yeah, what do you guys want to do with this unconscious?
Okay, so what I'm gonna do, I've got some leather scraps here, and I've got some pittons, and I've got a hammer. So I'm going to put the leather scraps around each wrist as tight as they can go. But even being as tight as they can go, blood flow should still be fine. Then I'm gonna stab a pitton through. So here, let me straight what's going on. So let's say you've got a wrist here, right? I'm gonna put a leather scrap like this, and I'm gonna put a pitton through here. Okay? And I'm going to use my hammer to bend the pitton so that it closes back on itself. So I've got that on either side.
He's
Yes.
making handcuffs.
Yep. And then I'm going to put a third pitton through here to join the two together. So now we've got leather straps as tight as they'll go, and then we've got metal links between the leather scraps.
I think you need a roll for that.
Yeah. you
Sure,
do.
that's fine. I'm an armor person. If I can't do a simple shackle, suck.
Well, it's a little bit more like you're doing it not like on a workbench.
That's fine.
Like bingo.
I have issues.
Let's do it as a strength roll, or do you want dex? I'll let you choose.
Do strength. to bend the pittance.
Yeah, that was my thought. But then also Dex if you want warrior. But alright, so you are able to successfully do this.
Okay, cool. And I'm going to take a little bit of pride in the fact that I've actually fashioned something as well.
Yeah. This would be one of your first contributions to the party. You would be very proud. I meant like armor like your first. Oh my god.
Yep,
It's
I gotcha.
It's late at night. I meant that it would be like
Feel
your
the
first
pride,
like armor
Moroz.
contribution.
Feel that
Your
pride.
first armor smith contribution. Sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't mean it like that.
Okay. I'm proud of what I did. You don't have to be.
Not what I meant. I meant it. Not what I meant at all.
I've died 3 times. 5 times, sorry.
So I've got you marked out for 5.
I do too.
On your 10th time, you get to meet your god.
Ooh, I don't have one.
Yeah, you get randomly assigned one if you don't check the boxes, so...
I don't want a god.
Yeah, you still get randomly assigned one. Like roommates. You didn't check a box, so we picked one for you. Good luck. I was also going to say, on the 10th one, you get a free milkshake.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Right. There's a lot of perks on your buy one, get one free on your 10th one. So many things happen. Okay, so yeah, you've got this bound gnome who is now handcuffed. Are her feet relatively free?
No, we need to
All extremities.
bind those as well. Hang on a second.
I just imagine that when you do rope tie, you imagine that we just repeat take the rope around their torso and just leave their legs and arms free.
I sometimes imagine that's what you.
No, we definitely need to lock this person down. I'm gonna, I guess try to do the same things to the ankles. Want me to strength check?
I have to chime in here that the duration of the sleep spell was 1 minute.
Yeah, so she'd be starting to wake up at this point. I assume you guys would move relatively fast, but
Yeah, and hopefully sit on top of him. Or some type of other thing to... Well, also, he's got like a bunch of ropes and knots and everything tied around him.
yeah, so just he doesn't just like instantly wake up and become like fully themselves, right? Like there's a groggy moment. So you have one shot to get your feet binding done, and then Grancio is fully awake.
Okay. Strength saving throw?
You're unable to get those ones done before Grancio wakes up.
Okay.
So Grancio is now awake, still in the form that you captured, and is really upset. Like, why would you capture Grancio? What are you doing?
You normally steal from people the first moment you meet them.
Grancio kind of looks at you and goes, "Yeah, I'm Grancio."
Well, then that's why we're binding you. Are you dumb or just stupid?
You see some weird flicker in Grancio when you say that. There's no better way to explain it than you see this inside Grancio.
I wonder if that flicker can be removed with a sword.
As if you're speaking to someone else, Grancio responds with, "A lot of things can be removed." But it's a different voice.
Maybe we should bind the mouth too.
Found this really good guide for all sorts of rope bindings.
Sexy rope bindings.
Are you guys? So Grancio is fully awake, and not happy. What are you guys doing?
I mean, I think we need to. I really do think we need to bind his legs and get a better hold on him.
You can try to do your handcuffing again, but you'll be at disadvantage as Grancio is struggling quite fervently.
I mean, we've got 5 people altogether. I would assume that 4 can handle 1 person.
Well, they have to say what they're doing.
Or yeah, so I'll instruct. I'll like so Zervex is the biggest. Well, shoot, we have 2 small things. I'll tell Ellywick and Lark to sit on him on the top, and then William and Zervex to hold a leg each. We don't have an Ellywick still.
That's fine. We can make her decision.
I don't know if I really want to, but I kind of want to serve the greater benefit of the group, so okay.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, so assuming everyone is doing what you said.
Yeah, that sounds fine.
I'm not trying to hurt him, so I think she'd be okay with it.
Yeah, Lark, I didn't hear you say.
Yeah, that's fine.
You can still talk to him while he's in chains.
You can try to bind her legs now.
Is it her?
Right, you're able to bind her legs.
Ba-jam! Alright. So, very well bound. And then, so yeah, I'm gonna say, why is smithing not a word? S-M-I-T-H.
Nothing is.
I thought so, but it gives me an underlying saying it's not. Smitten? No, I'm not smitten. I think it's a guy.
I think, well, okay, so I just looked up a smithing guide, and it's got, like,
No H. Right? No?
no, I just typed in.
Smitting. What?
Right? Just give me a red line. I know mishitting is the word that I was just looking at, but all I could think was me shitting. That's how I know I'm tired.
Okay, so I guess the final thing is I'll say, alright, turn him on his side and sit on him, and then I'm going to put a ring of pittance, bind a ring of pittance between the, so here we go, let's go on this. So we got another circle, another blop, 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 bibbity blop, and doink and a doink. I'm going to put chains between the 2. I'm going to leave, I mean, I'm not going to like bind him so it's awful and he can't move at all, but I just want to get metal in there. That's the idea, more than just knots. You know?
I'm gonna say that after your recent successes, you feel pretty confident in this fashion that you're making, and that you don't need to roll for it.
Okay, so I had 10 pittons altogether. I'm going to say there's 3 for the top, 3 for the bottom, and I'll just say 4 linking it up.
Yeah, that's gonna be pretty tight. This person would have to be hunching over, even being a gnome.
That's true. Anybody have any extra pittons?
Yes.
Can you lend me 3? That should be good, right?
Let
3
me
should do it.
Sure.
Okay. So
Yes, I can give you 3 pittance.
thank you. So I will go ahead and those. Get rid of 1 item. There we go. All right. So I've used up all my pittons, and I've taken 3 of Williams and fashioned a nice couple of chains.
Congratulations.
I'll take that as 3 different ones. We'll take the hands, the legs, and then the long chain to span the 2 divides. Wonderful.
Heavily secured gnome I've ever seen.
Usually people are just like, I tie this person up. Okay, I put a bow tie on him.
Actually, that is true. It is just a gnome. What I really need, if I had 3/3, I think 4 would probably. Well, no, let's give him 3. 4. Yeah, that's fine. Anyway, so all right, so it should be fairly bound.
Okay.
So I think we should head back to blah 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 Leylon and turn this guy in. Get our money.
Yeah, I think that's probably a good idea.
So you can either attempt to make the trip in one day and like return. It'll be pretty late by the time you return back to Leylon.
Yeah, I don't really feel good about sleeping with this guy, even though he's fairly bound up.
Yeah, it's probably best to force it in one day.
What
Well,
if he could offer us more money
There
to let
are
him go?
there are doppelgangers up there, though. That's the only bad part.
So as you're talking about this, and Lark says, what if you could offer us more money? Grancio says, I can offer you a lot of things. What do you want? What do you need? I can offer it to you.
I say, well, first of all, I'll take my whetstone back. Take my fucking whetstone back.
In response to that, Grancio says, founders, keepers, loser, weepers.
He's bound. He can't stop me.
Did he have a pact on him?
No?
So,
Where'd my whetstone go?
You have to look for it.
All right. Finders,
Heaven
keepers,
for
losers,
this.
weepers, huh? Well, I guess the first place I'll be checking is your butt.
You bound this guy up before checking.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Like, well, I don't see it on you, so it must be in you. And I start to pull down his pants and, you know.
It's still a girl, right?
Yes.
All right, so I got 2 different things to check. I'm going to get my goddamn whetstone back.
I'm gonna lay down the law and say is your hand direction this is going.
Wait, if what?
I'm going to say I'm not okay with the direction this is going.
I just want my whetstone. I don't want to do anything mischievous or vicious. I just want my whetstone back.
You're taking her pants off.
Okay, so can I try to intimidate and say, well, fine, I guess I'll find my whetstone myself.
Go ahead and roll for intimidation, and I'll roll the counter.
Son of a bitch.
Oh, I won't roll the counter. Well, I'll roll it. Maybe I'll fail.
Just give me my stone back, please.
She is not intimidated.
I mean, if I don't see it, I'll check pockets first, but
You could try like patting down or something like that. But keep in mind that you guys did bind her with rope, so it would be rather difficult to.
I did with leather.
You did with leather. Lark did it with rope, and Falafel did it with rope. Very well secured.
don't forget the pittance.
And the pit.
So do you want me to pat down first, I guess?
Go ahead and roll perception. I'll roll.
I'm back.
All right, so we got Grancio. I bound Grancio with leather and pittons and whatnot.
Then he pulled her pants off.
Not yet.
What?
I want my whetstone back.
Your pat down failed. What?
Yeah.
Failed to find it.
Okay. I mean, I realize you don't like where this is going, but I kind of feel like Moroz wants his fucking whetstone. I don't want to be graphic about describing how I get it, but I would like to check for my whetstone. Or be intimidating enough to at least make a thief say, hey, a whetstone isn't worth this.
Alright. So, from your pat down, you can tell that you can't find anything. You can't even find pockets in clothing that this gentleman's wearing. What you can find is, if you're going to try to retrieve it from other things, you can find a hole in a piece of cloth. Put your finger into that hole in the piece of cloth.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you check the hat?
Sure, I'll check the hat.
Not in the hat. Actually, it's just a whole stack of wood. No, it's not in the hat.
So can I put my finger in the hole?
Yes.
That was more specific than I wanted to make it.
No, this is a piece of cloth. This is not any anatomical part, nothing like that.
Okay.
It's oddly looking rip in a piece of cloth.
Okay.
And you feel your finger brush against something.
Oh God.
Roll 3d8.
Is this RuPaul's pat down? What is my? Okay. What does it feel like?
You feel something cold. You feel something wet. You feel something hot. If your finger is moving around, you feel all these different things. You have the chance to retrieve one thing from this hole.
Do we see him with this?
Am I fingering Pandora's box? No.
Oh, God.
Why can I only retrieve one thing from a hole of something that's bound?
What? Well, if you can try to put more of your hand into it.
Oh my God. I was trying to make this simple.
Hey, you forced the conflict. We're going down now.
Hey guys, I found a hole, and when I stick my finger in there, I'm feeling different things. One of them's wet, one of them's cold, and one of them's warm. And all of it's awkward. I'll go for the cold thing. I'm a silver dragon born. Why not?
How do you pull something out with just a finger?
You'd have to put more of your hand in it.
Can I just rip it open? Rip the cloth thing? It's just cloth, right?
Sure, you can rip it open.
Yeah, let's just
Wait.
What?
Why are we ripping? If it's a magical bag or
I don't know if it's
cloth.
magical. It's just
Well,
cloth.
don't just rip it.
Oh my God. I guess I'll put my thumb in there too.
Okay. Roll. You said cold?
Yeah.
Roll me a d4. You retrieve your whetstone,
There we go.
but you feel something lick your finger.
Okay, guys, so I reached in that little hole and I stuck a thumb in that hole too, and I pulled something out, and it wasn't a plum, but it was my whetstone. But something licked me. There's something in Grancio's hole that licked me. It's either wet or warm. I don't know. Do we want to explore Grancio's hole?
No.
I mean, I don't really, but...
I
Okay.
Is
wanna ask-
Grancio awake at this point, or is Grancio asleep?
Grancio's awake.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
I didn't hear whether or not he was knocked out.
he was.
He was, but now he's not.
He was and I was. They woke me up. I bound him with some leather scraps and some pittons, so he's very, very, very well bound. And we have probably just enough time to make it back to the town. If we book it. The problem is, there may be the doppelgangers up north.
I want to ask Grancio what she could offer instead of us bringing her to town.
Okay, so you offer Grancio this, and Grancio looks at you and says, I would show you my treasures, but you've got me tied up, again in another voice.
Well, we can't untie you. You have to show us your treasure first.
You can always untie me. Always not to. Friend has already retrieved one thing from my hiding spot.
So that's your hiding spot.
It is.
Well, then why do we need to untie you?
I suppose you can stick your hand in it. And it's a taunt. It's a very obvious taunt.
Why don't we stick your hand in it and see what comes out?
And Grancio laughs, maniacally laughs, and says, it's my hiding spot. I stick my hand in it all the time.
Oh my god, seriously.
Can I stick my mage hand in there?
Oh, Jesus
Sure.
Christ.
Okay, I want to cast my mage hand and send it in and see if it can grab anything.
I kind of feel like I have to roll to see if I get an erection. Just based off of all the things that are happening.
Your character in this world would probably just be seeing like a standard rip in somebody's shirt, and they're just pulling things out of it.
No, I know. I'm just this. Too much of this is going back to something that Chair would say on Dungeons and Doritos. That's why I'm saying it.
Fair enough.
I don't really want to do that.
Lark, your mage hand enters, it does not return.
Okay. So do I feel the spell go off?
You feel a very large weight hit the mage hand, and then you feel as if the mage hand is simply too far away.
Okay. Maybe we should send Barzu in.
It's in Tabitha in.
And Tabitha wouldn't go in there.
Are you sending Tabitha in there?
No, I'm not saying Tabitha in there.
Is anybody gonna do anything?
I say we just take her back to town. He's obviously very tricksty, and he doesn't want to actually negotiate anything in any way that will benefit us. So, say we just take her back to town.
Yeah, that's probably the best bet.
Yeah.
Telling me Lark won't fall for unknown treasures in somebody's hiding spot?
I tried.
I would hope Lark would be smart enough not to fall for a fellow thief taunt.
He's everywhere.
There's probably like a puppy in there.
So stick your hand in there. I've already stuck my hand in there.
You stuck a finger in.
I stuck a finger and a thumb. I pulled out a whetstone. Who knows what treasures you can find in Grancio's hole. Anyway, let's get going, guys. We can stick fingers in Grancio's hole all night long, but we got to get back to a safe spot first.
So you guys are then heading back up north. Back to
Yeah, and just be clear, is leading the prisoner, I want to tie off on both the hands and the feet with a rope to lead him. Not just one.
I mean, how heavy is she? Can't you pick her up and carry her?
I don't know, can I?
Give it a shot.
I'm not sure I really want to.
Never offered to carry us.
Yeah, I don't want to fucking carry you guys.
Carpet.
I was gonna say, it says the lady with the flying carpet.
Yeah, I guess I'll just go ahead and get that out right now and just lay on it and fly along.
Alright.
Can I nap on it and have it fly, or do I have to like mentally move it?
You would have to mentally guide it, otherwise it's not going to move, right? Because it's not a sentient rug.
Okay.
Aw, I totally thought it was going to be like the Aladdin rug. That makes me sad. I thought it was going to be like her best friend.
There's magic to make that happen. You just need to bind somebody's soul to it.
Willing to give up your soul, Moroz?
It looks like.
Bound to happen sooner or later.
Oh, we've got a bound person. You could always bind it to the rug.
Yeah, that doesn't seem like a good idea.
Of course, we'd lose out on 200 gold, so. Oh, Ellywick, by the way, while you were gone, you got an extra 650 XP for the fight with Grancio.
Wait, 650?
I don't remember that being what I said.
No, I don't remember being that much.
150.
Yeah, it was 150.
It was 150?
Yes,
Yeah.
150.
Oh. I thought I clarified that. Guess not.
I was probably breaking up.
So basically subtract 500 from what you got.
Yeah, I got it.
Or just keep adding 150.
So an extra 150 on top of the 650?
Exactly.
I got it. Alright, so let's head back there. Keep our wits about us. Look out for doppelgangers.
Who's holding on to the pocket square?
The pocket square?
The hole in the cloth.
You didn't want to stick your hand in there.
Well, I didn't want to give it back to her.
It's a hole in his cloth. It's not. It's part of him.
I thought it was like just a piece of cloth with a hole in it.
It's like a hole in a shirt. Like the coattails of a shirt, there's just a hole.
You can steal a shirt.
Can we like separate that section away from her? I mean, how hard would that be? I don't want to turn her in with this holy shirt thing with her.
But you can try to cut it off.
Do you really want Hermione's bag?
I don't know what's in it.
Stick your finger in there.
I like the fact this keeps going to stick your finger in there. No.
I got licked when I stuck my finger in there.
I don't have
Well,
any.
remembering the house of. Do you want to roll 3d8 damage?
I feel like I need to rest before sticking my hand in there. I don't know what's gonna happen.
Oh gosh.
As
So
a side note, you're trying to get back before a rest.
Yeah, we were still walking.
yeah. So so I would say we had ropes tied to the hands, and so obviously the hands and the feet are both bound. We have ropes tied to the hands. I'd say Zervex and I should get on either side of Grancio, take one rope on either hand so we both have a tug on it. And then probably have the one rope from the legs held by William, maybe?
Sure.
I want to make sure that we have several points of contact on our prisoner here. Obviously, very, very tricksy fellow. As we're walking.
So as you guys are walking, what are you guys doing? I know that the people have holding the hands, the arms, and the legs. But what is Lark and Ellywick doing?
Well, and while I have one hand on the rope, I've got my sword out because I don't want to be caught unaware. But anyway, go ahead.
I'm on my carpet with Tabitha.
I wanna. Barzu's been still with us since I called him back, right?
Yep.
I'm gonna ask Barzu to see if I can borrow the eye.
What you? Yeah.
Do you
Yeah.
think I could borrow your eye for just a little bit to take a look at our prisoner, please?
Okay, but it's kind of scary.
Is it?
And he drops the eye into your hand.
Okay.
When the eye hits your hand, you see what looks like 1,000 people standing in Grancio's spot, just like if they were all stacked up on one another. You also see a gaping hole in the same that the hole in the cloth is. It's dark and void-like.
So there's like 1,000 people all together in this thing, and then like a big gaping cloth hole, or it looks like they're all in the big gaping cloth hole.
It's hard to tell.
Okay. So I'm gonna say to everyone, Grancio is made up, and that gaping hole is, you said it was dark, like you couldn't see anything in it?
Yep.
The void.
Grancio seems to be made up of more than one person. Like, maybe thousands of people.
Can I roll a history to see if that sounds familiar at all?
You have heard stories of creatures in this area and some of their powers, and one of them is that there are creatures that can turn others into themselves, wear them like a mask, but not a doppelganger.
Okay. Yeah, this is an extremely dangerous individual. We have to be vigilant about this person.
When I'm looking at all these different people, does it look like they're actual like people like jostling or fight, like, or do they all just seem to be moving all in one same big group?
They seem to be moving kind of individually of each other, but all of them are looking at you. They know that you can see them. There's recognition in their eyes. You can see what they seem to be saying, and a lot of them are seem to be asking for help.
Did Moroz tell us what he can remember?
I thought so.
Well, when you said that there were thousands of people, I said, yeah, I've heard of creatures like this. They're extremely dangerous. And that's why he can, polymorph or look like anything he wants to. It's because he has done this for a very, very long time. And this, honestly, we might get 200 gold out of this by turning him in, but I have a feeling that he's probably more dangerous than the people, or than the Adventurers Guild even knows what they're dealing with.
Some of these people within look like they're in need of help, but I can't tell if, does it absorb people? Are there people trapped within this creature's being? How, do you know how it works?
I don't know. I've only heard stories. Some stories are kind of like vampire stories where they kill other people and consume those people. Other stories are where people are getting enslaved by this person, and then there are still other stories where it's a collaborative effort. I don't know. It's a really mysterious thing. I'm just saying it's very, very dangerous, and keep all of our eyes on him as we lead him back. But the sooner we can offload this person, just get our money and move along our way, the better.
Are you still holding on to the eye?
Yeah.
So Ellywick, you see in the throng of people what looks to be a young boy. He is very distraught. He points over to the void and then gestures with a cutting motion.
Like indicating that it should be cut.
Yep. A few of the other entities kind of shove him to the back after that, so you get to see no more of this boy.
I do some kind of perception check to see if I feel like that was like whether or not that boy seemed like he was being honest or just trying to trick me into freeing a bunch of evil things.
Sure. You can roll perception. That is you feel that this is a really sincere
That it was really sincere.
Yep, that he was really sincere.
Guys, I wonder if we should cut away that hole to separate Grancio from his
Every time.
Well, so how close are we to town? Do we like see it all? Or are we far away, close?
So the only one that would actually be able to see what's going on is Ellywick because she has the eye. She can pass it to others and then see if they see it as well.
No, I'm saying like, is the town close? Are we far away? Do we know?
The town is pretty close.
Okay. Well, if we want to do that, we need to do it now before we turn them in.
When I mentioned that, everyone laughed.
Well, you might have been right.
I don't have any scissors.
Darn it, it's not in your thief kit. Come on here, no shears.
You mean everybody with swords and daggers and stuff?
I was gonna say, we have nothing to cut anything with, except for so many things to cut things with.
Don't bring your logic here.
It's like having 30 people gathered in one area and nobody having a lighter.
Like 10,000 spoons when all you need are some scissors.
Anyway. Is everyone okay with that?
Yeah.
Sure.
I'm gonna walk up and cut the void.
Okay.
With my dagger.
Alright, so as you're approaching, Grancio is not like he kind of knows, she kind of knows what's going on, and she's kind of struggling against you. So you'll need to make an attack roll on it.
A what?
An attack roll.
Okay. With my dagger?
Yep. Oh, good hit. Okay. So you're able to get up there and saw away at this fabric. Zervix, how far from Grancio are you?
Probably about 2 feet ish.
So as Ellywick does this, a whole bunch of things occur at once. You as a group all hear what sounds like 1,000 voices talking at once. You can catch a few words. Some of them are saying thank you. Some of them are just groans, but they all overlap, and there's a whole bunch of different voices and language. You, Zervix, hear very clearly from Grancio's own mouth. She leans forward and says, "Sigil calls." Favorite ode, and that's it. It's kind of in a hoarse rasp, like "Sigil calls, a favorite."
I guess that would really catch my attention there.
Yep. Yep, it would. Grancio remains standing, but Ellywick, you no longer see the pile of being through the eye.
Is there still a void where the hole was?
Yep.
So
I
real
guess
quick,
we
did
better-
just one person say sigil calls? Or what?
Yeah.
What was that interaction with Zervix?
Grancio herself said to Zervix. So all these others are kind of like voices, but there's no body. But this one is from Grancio's own mouth. It says, "Sigil calls, a favor is owed."
Okay. Got it.
So we're continuing on to the town?
So you now have this cloth void thing?
You have the cloth. You no longer see a black void.
Is there still a hole in the cloth?
Yeah, there's still a hole in the cloth.
So if you stick your finger in it, does it come out the other side now?
I don't know. You have to try.
Well, I don't have it in my hand.
Ellywick would have to try.
I hold it out towards Lark.
Okay, I'm gonna stick my finger in it.
Yeah!
And on to nothing. Whatever magic there was with this holding spot is gone. It's been severed. Whatever
Okay.
treasures there were are lost.
Does Grancio still look the same as she did before?
Yeah, Grancio looks completely hollow. So where before you thought that there was this unnatural spark to Grancio, you now see what appears to be just a beaten down, middle-aged gnome woman. She no longer looks threatening. She no longer really looks like anything to even.
Really no longer looks like anything what?
And she no longer looks like anything that would catch your notice.
Okay. Well, I mean, I feel better about us turning her in, because now I'm less worried about her falling after us.
Oh, add 300 experience for severing the void.
How much?
300.
Is that everybody?
Yep.
Nice. Okay, so are we all good with turning her in?
Yeah.
All right.
So you walk a little bit further. Grancio provides no struggle. You arrive to town. It is very. Are you heading to the adventure field?
Yeah.
Yep.
While we're walking, can I ask Grancio why she had all those people?
Sure. How would you ask it?
I think I'll ask in Gnomish since she's obviously still a gnome. I'll say, why did you keep all those people with you? What was that all about?
Answer doesn't really respond. She kind of just looks at you. but then says, "What other way is there to be a thief than to put on a disguise?" And it's kind of a mockingly said type thing. Like, what else would a thief do if given the option to wear many faces?
Why did you want to be a thief?
And there's a good-natured laugh. She said, "Because I didn't have many things, and I wanted more."
I can understand that.
Well, you can't hear it anyway, so.
I imagine Lark's like, "Amen, brother." Yeah, so, yeah, the only one that would really understand this would be the one who knew Gnomish. So Grancio says to Ellywick, "I suppose you can't understand poor
I suppose you can't understand.
if you've never been hungry or poor."
You're right, I can't understand that. But I also know it's wrong to take what isn't yours.
It's not wrong if they don't notice. Many don't even see the wealth disappear, plus it's fun. And at that, she doesn't say anything, as if the plus it's fun is her way of saying her off.
I was almost half expecting. And then she disappeared into thin air.
Ta-da! No, she remains. So you guys arrive to the adventure guild. There's another individual standing. This time you see an older elf lady named Imris. You know her name is Imris because she has a giant sword beside her that says "Property of Imris" along the length. Or you assume that she killed the sword.
Are you Eryet?
Why does everyone mispronounce everything?
It's Emerus, right?
It's 1 a.m.
Oh my god.
Well, I mean, like, I misheard it because you were cutting out, but it's Emerus, right?
Yes. And he's literally right behind me.
Right? Yeah.
Are you Emmett?
Oh my god. Are you Brad?
Who are you and give me your money? Okay, so yeah, you come up to this lady. What do you do?
Hey, are you Eryet?
Oh my god. She looks at you and says, "Yes, that's what the sword says."
Good. We've run into too many thieves today.
Or just the
She
one?
looks confused. It's late. She doesn't have all of her faculties around her.
It's like 1 o'clock in the morning.
Probably similar.
Actually,
to
it probably would be around that time, given all of what we've done.
It would be.
Yeah.
It's appropriate play acting at this point.
So we have a prisoner for you. It's Grancio.
Grancio. This must be one of his disguises. And she just walks up to Grancio and pokes Grancio's cheek. And says, Yep, this is him. Follow me in and I'll give you your reward." Woo. And so she takes you into this rather large building. So it's a tower-like building. And once you enter it, you see a small dragon skull hanging over a hearth. These are obviously competent adventurers.
Dragon skull? Does it by any chance look like the cultist dragon skulls?
Yeah. It's just a small dragon skull.
Oh, great.
Like a trophy.
Oh, okay.
Not like a...
It's not something she wears with pride.
Totally not dragon worshippers.
It's totally just like a trophy. Like we killed a dragon. Here's its skull. Like a bear head would be.
Okay.
So she takes you down a flight of stairs, and there are some pretty dank dungeons down there, and takes you to the end cell, and throws Grancio in there. This is a heavily fortified room. And when Imris turns to face the party, she says, "Do you have any problem with him, though?"
Heavily fortified room. Heck, look at the bindings. Whoever did that was pretty awesome.
Yeah. So she did not undo any of them. She literally just went, get in.
Right. Well, where's our reward?
Well, she asked you a question. You didn't respond.
What, if we have any problem with it?
Yeah, with him.
The known thief brought the thief in.
So upon not really hearing you had any problems, she takes you upstairs, pulls out a 200 gold bag, or bag with 200 gold in it, and says, "And who would your leader be?"
Don't really know if we have a leader.
We haven't formally agreed to a leader. We all kind of work together.
I had a cleric once.
Yeah.
Emrys kind of rolls her eyes and said, "Who wants to hold the money bag?"
I'll take it.
And
No.
she hands it to Lark.
Nope.
Not her.
Nope. I'll distribute it fairly to the group.
Alright. Well, her hand was out to Lark because Lark jumped up and said,
And
"I'll
I
take it."
snatch it away from her. I can do some acrobatics if you want me to.
Alright, let's do a contest. Some acrobatics on both sides. Lark, you can just lay a hand if you want.
Oh!
Oh, Lark got it. No, you don't need to be in this. Alright. No.
Hey, I have the high roll now.
Oh, this is going down south. Okay.
I have the high roll.
Alright.
I'm gonna get preachy.
So, Lark has the bag. You guys can all browbeat her into sharing it.
Yeah, let's go ahead and distribute that out.
And they know how much is in it, right?
Yeah, it's. We knew how much was there before.
So,
Maybe.
in the bag is also 5 sets of the emblem of the Adventurers Guild of Leyland. She didn't say directly that you are now members of the Adventurers Guild of Leyland, but it is implied.
Sorry. How do you get a 1
And an 18.
with a -2? That is your roll. That is your token roll. That's just,
Obviously,
that describes you
this
perfectly.
Is why you don't see me on the battlefield trying to save people. That's my medicine roll.
He's like, no, my medicine is a really strong drink, so it kills you, but I like it a lot. So, anyway.
I'm volunteering to be our cleric from now on.
No, God, no. By the name of Sigil, no.
Can I turn to Emrys and say, thank you. Do you know what you will do with Grancio?
She says, "We will decide Grancio's fate, but he's tormented our people enough."
It was interesting. She did seem to be holding on to quite a few different people in a magic void or something. I don't know if that means anything.
Emrys kind of nods, writes this down, and says, "Thank you for this information. I will discuss this with the rest of the guild in the morning, and we will decide the fate of Grancio. What is your recommendation?" As you are now you guys are now members of the Adventurers Guild. She needs your recommendation.
Well, honestly,
Community service.
well, I'd say honestly, we saw that Grancio had this special spark, and after that void was cut, that spark was gone. I mean, obviously he needs to pay for his crimes, but I don't think he's going to be a burden on you.
She nods and writes it down.
And
Lord,
I know she started off only as someone who didn't have anything, any food or any shelter. And I understand that can cause people to have wanting.
From that, what's your recommendation?
I feel she should be dealt with strictly, but I don't necessarily feel like death is the ideal choice.
Okay. Who's Eric's?
Honestly, I'm not too sure what you should do with her. I wouldn't say death, but something strict.
Lawful.
Well, the law for thieving is usually quite simple. Cut off their hands. After that, you won't be able to steal anything again.
Or you'll just be more really talented at stealing with your.
Yeah.
Your stubs.
She gets caught again doing that. Cut off her feet.
So she writes down all these recommendations and says, "I will take this up with the rest of the Adventurers Guild. Thank you for your recommendation. You're always welcome here at the Adventurers Guild of Leylon." She gestures to a staircase behind her and says, "We have extra beds upstairs if you wish to stay the night. Or there's always the tavern to return to."
Hey, wake
Is
up.
there food here?
It doesn't appear to have any. She didn't mention any.
I'm going to ask for the gold from Lark.
Yep. Let's go ahead and distribute that.
When you guys, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna tie up this night, and then once you guys your characters are in bed, then we'll call it good for the night. But I just want to tie this up.
Alright. So we should get 40 gold each.
I guess.
And I want to see what's in that bag.
So I'm just gonna dump the whole thing out in the ground.
Wow,
Coins
Grancio.
everywhere.
Yeah, well, Grancio appears, having the time of her life.
Is it a guy or a girl? We've thrown so many goddamn pronouns around.
It's a girl.
Hey.
It's a girl until it's a guy, and then it's a girl again.
Yeah.
Dude. Lark, you're divvying up the gold fairly.
Yeah, I don't think this group's gonna let me do anything other than that.
No, not with a set bounty.
You can always try a sleight of hand if you want to, or something like that.
I'm too tired.
Okay.
What? And there's like some. You said there's like Adventurers Guild badges in there.
Yep, there's 5 of them.
Yeah.
Ooh, merit badges.
Yay!
Good job, teams. Also, you should all add that to your affiliations on your character sheet.
Affiliations? What tab is that?
It's factions and affiliations on your third page.
Allies and organizations?
What?
I'm just looking at the different tabs. On bio, there's allies and organizations.
Yep, that's it.
What are they called again?
Adventurers Guild of Leylon.
Yep.
Which I believe is spelled L-E-I-L-O-N.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah, I see that one on the map. I just couldn't remember if it was the Guild of Adventurers or Adventurers Guild. I wanted to get it right.
I mean, is there like a single Adventurers Guild through many towns, and so now makes us a member of all of them?
Gotta collect them all.
Pokemon taught me that you go to different badges. How many you go to?
Oh yeah, the badges of the different gyms.
This one allows my Charmander to obey me up to level 20.
This one I got from not fighting but swooning others. Power of love. Okay. So yeah, you guys have your money split up. Everything. Are you heading back to the tavern?
I'm
gonna sleep here.
So I'm definitely gonna head back to the tavern, and I'm gonna act like I don't care, but totally look for Virga.
Oh Lord. Okay, who's staying at the Adventurers Guild?
I am.
I am.
So, Eryet,
Hey,
Lark,
Ellywick.
Ellywick, Falafel.
I would think Falafel would want some booze at an inn.
And at the tavern.
Are you going to the tavern, Falafel?
Awful sleepy.
At the Adventurers Guild?
Sleepy?
Yes, he's living at the Adventurers Guild because apparently he's become slap happy. Okay, so we will leave it there. I'll make a note leaving off before.
So wait, did I see Virga or not?
Yes, you saw her there.
All right. So I'll say Zervex, Lark, Ellywick, and William sleep at the Adventurers Guild, and Moroz heads back to the inn, finds Virga, and turns.
Perfect. Alrighty. That's where we'll leave it for tonight. Where